Of the evening.
Broadcasting live from Shaolin, Staten Island, New York City.
Freak Show Central.
Where's that?
New York City.
It's the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast with Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass, Choppy. On Rant EM Radio, proud member of the Shining Wizards Network and Dark Satellite Media.
Alrighty then. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast, live on Rant EM Radio, Rant Entertainment Media, part of the Shining Wizards Network, part of Dark Satellite Media. I am the Impact player, Mr. Philly Raya, and I'm joined by
Jay, Big Copper Pump.
Big Papa Pump needs your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
That's right, and conspicuous by his absence.
Unfortunately, obviously.
Yeah, unfortunately. Mr. Choppy. Nope, that's not the one.
That's a good one.
But I got the soundboard fixed though. Where is it? Here it is.
Choppy's a pain in the ass.
Choppy's not here. We'll explain that in a minute. Hello to everybody in the chat room. I see who's in there. Is my cousin Richie in there yet? There he is.
Anybody see Richie?
I fixed the soundboard.
I can't do it.
It was I have a lot. I added a lot of fucking sounds though.
Oh, word up.
What's up there, man? Dingo.
Doing flips and shit.
Big Rob.
And Double A is in the room. And well, no, I don't.
Double A.
No. We'll get into that in a second. I have to find it because I put everything in there, but it's not all where it's supposed to, where it used to be.
I have to admit, it does make me think like sound bites. Like I try to because you don't want to hang yourself with when you say something, especially if you're riffing. All of a sudden, you just go, "Ooh!" If you isolate that could be a sound bite.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing, man. You know, it's how it goes. It is what it is. But hold on, there it is. There's Double A.
Let me show you how you suck.
All right. So yeah. Oh, Kelly's in the room. Rich is in the room. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Choppy's in the room.
Chops.
So Mr. Landon's back in the hospital. Unfortunately. So the Margasses are absent, as they say in grade school. So he, they're working on getting him better, and this is like it's strenuous because they're not close, and
yeah,
they, I sent them to get the best care, and the best care is like 30 miles away, and Choppy's working, Bree's up in the hospital. It's a shit show. So let's keep them in your prayers and
keep them in mind.
Landon's fine. He's stable. He just has to get better. He has to get healthy.
Yeah.
So he's healthy. He's a happy baby. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
So he's not going to give anybody any trouble. He's just going to get, he has to get better, and it is what it is.
Well, like we always say, family comes first. So please, Choppy and Bree.
Yeah. My Hammer's in the room. What's up, Hammer?
Oh, there we go.
Hammer's in the room. Oh yeah, and I was at work yesterday, and we have a TV in the room, and we're not supposed to watch movies, but my boss wasn't there, and you know what was on TV?
Yogi!
So I was like, oh.
What channel was that on?
I want to say like AMC.
Yeah, I was just gonna say AMC.
Some movie channel, because we have TV in Dispatch, but like we have the hospital's TV.
Yeah,
which is like Direct TV.
Yeah, okay.
So we have like a bootleg, like
wait, you could plug into it or something. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So we get like a little more than what the patients get.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's not too bad.
Yeah,
So
at my garage, we pay. If you go to any sanitation garage at the same time, there's going to be two things on: Maury and then Jerry Springer.
Oh.
And then if you go to it, and then it's 11 o'clock, and then it'll be Price is Right. Everywhere you go.
Well, we have that too. We put that on 11 o'clock. The kid human's in the building. Scott! We got Miss Shaylin in the room.
Well, Lottie frickin' dog!
Yep, Shaylin's checking in from work.
Hey now.
Speaking of work,
Is that third shift or is that's third
for
shift?
her? That would be third shift.
Third shift, yeah.
Yeah. In EMS, we call it 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like the 3 to 11.
It's
2 to
funny,
10.
like if you listen to overnight radio, they call that third shift. And then when I used to work overnights, I'm like, it's first shift, motherfucker. Like everybody knows it's the first shift.
Yeah, it's just weird watching TV at work because it's like you can't pay attention. You know, it's like
Yeah.
And my friend Diane, she'll put the fucking prices right on or something like that, something stupid, you know, or like some kind of like my 600-pound life. Or
Oh God,
I can't mess with those reality shows.
my girl is all in on 90 Day Fiance.
Oh yeah,
All in.
is it good?
So I watched like a few episodes. Obviously, you know, you gotta watch. I'm sitting there with her. You gotta watch it. And honestly, reality TV, all it does is suck you in. It's just like pro wrestling. All it takes is just a little bit. It weighs you down, and then next thing you know, you're going, "Well, why is she dealing with him? Doesn't he know that he's only in this for the money?" You know.
Hello, Miss Fallon.
That's a new one.
No, no, I got the wrong one because
Oh.
this is what I do, man. I sat in front of So here's what happened. I was up all night last night with some stuff going on, and I slept for about 3 hours. So I woke up at like fucking 6:30 in the morning. I didn't go back to bed. So I decided to TLC is the best Learning Channel. Yes, we know. Here's Fallon.
Hey, baby.
That's actually for every hot chick comes into the room. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
So I didn't, I started working on a soundboard, and then I watched my favorite comic book storyline in Superman became a movie. So I watched that.
What is that?
It's called Red Sun.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's if Superman landed in Soviet Union 1948 instead of Smallville, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
He becomes Superman of Russia. Jay, it's the craziest shit you've ever seen. It's
never heard of it.
It's an amazing story.
I never even heard of that.
And they made a movie of it. So I watched that this morning. I did, then I just now I'm up for the fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm washing my delegates. I'm folding laundry.
Yeah.
I'm playing Xbox.
There's no nap when you come in. Very rarely can you get a nap in.
I got to tell you, man, because I have a hard time sleeping. I have a medical condition, which I'm addressing, thank God. But like, if I don't get enough sleep, it's either I'm up or I'm exhausted. There's no in between.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I'm not drinking any Red Bull now because I want to sleep tonight. So I drank Red Bull before dinner. I'm like, that's why I grabbed a couple of Pepsis in the supermarket. I was like, that's why. When you texted me, I was shopping.
Yeah.
I was prepping for tomorrow, and we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
But we can't get into anything because in a few minutes we're going to be getting a special phone call.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be really cool.
Yeah, so if you listen to any back episodes, then these phone calls used to come in very, very, very frequently.
But this is my first, so.
Yes.
So
yeah, it is a good story.
And I've only heard him on his show.
Yeah. So we'll get into that. When he calls in, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hammer, I think I've showed you the book. I've had the book for a long time, but I actually have the shirt too. The shirt is like the S, but the symbol, but it's got a sickle in the middle instead of the fucking S.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay.
It's so good, man.
My neighbor's husband was just telling me today about there was a show on Epix. I think it's coming out for a second season too. Pennyworth.
Oh, it's Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah, where I was like, and then it's him as an SS agent. And everything. So I was like, oh, I was like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you tell me now. I've been home for 5 weeks looking for something to do instead of watch the fucking stock market. I was like, I could have been watching this show because you can click on it for like a 7-day free trial. I can knock that out in a day.
Right. Yeah. So I watched that this morning. It's like Ninja Batman was good. I have all that stuff, man.
I don't know.
But so Red Sun came out digitally. The DVD comes out in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited, and you'll find out in a minute, Hammer. You'll find out in a minute. You'll know. As a matter of fact, Hammer knows. Hammer's met him and hung out with him, so he knows what's going in. He'll know in a few minutes. But yeah, I don't I don't buy DVDs anymore. Why bother, right?
Exactly.
Right. So it's all digital, and I'm like,
there's only one DVD I want, and I've heard Rob. We talk about The Room. You seen The Room? The movie?
Tarantino movie?
No, it's like it was supposed to be a drama, but the acting is so bad, and that's where it goes. Oh, hi, Mark. Like that's a line.
Oh, how did you know my name was Mark?
And then it was just like he's freaking out, and he goes, "Oh, hi, Mark." Like Rob will know if he's in the chat room, he'll know. The Room is a hilariously supposed to be a super serious movie, and then they ended up doing The Disaster Artist, which was like 2016.
Yeah.
With James Franco. It was based on Tommy Wiseau, which is the guy that created the movie.
Okay.
That's the only DVD I want to have because he only released it on DVD.
I'll buy the Star Wars ones.
Because, oh yeah, they're collectors.
Because they're collectibles. Yeah. Other than that, I won't buy any.
I still have my old wrestling DVDs. Like I'm not getting rid of those.
Yeah.
Like I even have like stuff that is not even around. Self Destruction of the Warrior, like that.
Yeah,
I used to love that.
The Chris Benoit one's worth a ton of money. I have that.
Oh, I have that.
Rob said, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa."
Yeah, that's it. That's so it. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, ever want a good fucking movie to watch? And there's this.
It's so bad, it's good. Rob said.
It really is. We used to do it. Shout out to my guys. We used to live on Foster Road. We used to do bad movie night. And we used to be like,
oh yeah, we've done that.
We used to do like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I love that
where we
show.
used to just
yeah.
It was fun.
Hammer says, "Hi, Mark."
Yeah,
and then Scott said, "The room is fantastically bad."
It's well worth it. Everybody I showed it to was like, "Oh God," you expect the worst, but then you're like, "Oh, it's not meant to be funny, but it's fucking hilarious."
Scott, you'll appreciate this because Scott is a hardcore Funko Pop collector, and I'm not, but I do buy them because I love them. But I don't have I don't have the room. We have Dollar Tree DVD hauls here too, Kelly. Yes. The Unsilent Majority is listening too. She has a guess on who it is. Okay. So you'll appreciate this, Scott. So my phone, I have a Galaxy Note 10, and I went to buy a new screen. Not the screensaver, the screen protector.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't work with the fingerprint, nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I almost smashed my phone today. So I ordered a new one, and while I'm ordering it, I had a Funko Pop in like the queue, like the save for later type shit.
Yeah.
And it went down to like $6. So I got Shazam for I love Shazam, one of my favorite characters. So I bought a Shazam pop.
So it does that. Like if you put it in the queue, it'll
if the price drops, it'll tell you,
out.
And it'll even tell you like, hey, you have an item in your cart that blah 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 blah, whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I mean it's pretty cool. You could do that.
You mean Shazam? You mean not the one with Sinbad?
No, no, not that one. No. Hello, Justin from Inconclusive. Yeah. So I did that. And so yeah, I was a fucking mess today, man. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Yeah, dude, it's funny.
Go back to sleep. I was a disaster.
So same thing with me. Like I've been home for 5 weeks now, and like everybody was like, "Oh, it's a vacation. It's a vacation." It's like, yeah, but I really don't want to do this. Like I make sure like I'm up at like between 7:30 and 8 o'clock because I'm treating it like it's not a vacation, and that's just I'm fucking wired differently and weird, I have to be up because then
you like almost like your day is ruined.
I always felt like, especially now, I party on Saturday nights and I wake up Sunday, 9 a.m. and then I'm hungover, but then like come 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm awake because now your day's not ruined. Like, your day's off or your day's off.
Right, of course. Yeah, of course.
So you don't want to waste. To me, it's always like wasting them or whatever.
Speaking of vacation.
I know.
So now, of course, I'm all booked for Florida and for WrestleMania week, and the boys are all doing the itinerary. We're getting our tickets for all the spots, and I'm actually going out to see Elaine and Rob tomorrow for AEW. And I went shopping. My sister lives all the way out east, so I went to go visit. My niece wanted to see me, my 4-year-old niece, and I went to visit her. And I haven't seen her. We went shopping. They live by the fucking outlets over there.
Okay.
So I never bought myself like a legit pair of sunglasses. Like I would always buy them from like Amazon or like the fucking truck stop or CVS
gas
or whatever.
station sunglasses.
So I walk in a sunglass hut and I'm like, you know what? I'm in the outlet. I gotta find. I'm just look, So I walk in at my sister. My sister's like, you ain't gonna buy no sunglasses. I know you. And I'm like, I just went to Nike. I bought because I have really big feet. So like when I buy sneakers on clearance, it's like, oh my god, it's like Christmas, So I rock 2 pairs of that, right? So I turn around and I see, so the guy's like, can I help you? Like, you're like, yes. I'm like, yes, you can help me. He's like, well, what do you need? I'm like, I need something that can fit my fat face.
In Florida.
Legit, in Florida. He looked at me, and he just looked at me like, I'm like, yeah, my fat face. You see how big my face is?
No, exactly what I said.
And he goes, well, I think I have something for you. And I'm like, well, fantastic. Right? So he goes and he pulls out like this one gimmick. And now I went to the mall with Fallon last week with my son. and I saw a pair like I pulled a pair from there, and I'm like, oh, these are nice. How much are these? The guy's like $349. I'm like, what? Whoa, Prada. I'm like, you could Prada those right back on the deck. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So now I'm trying on these different gimmicks, right? And all of a sudden he gives me like he hands me a pair. Yes, Miss Bone Thugs and Natalie. That's an inside joke. Yes, I was at Natalie. So I put on these sunglasses, and the guy, and he's like, those are like 60% off, and I'm like, ooh, I like 60%.
Now I'm listening.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
You know, I do have aviators, Joe. I just have $14 aviators from fucking Walmart, you know, and whatever. So I bought. They're called Alettes or Arlettes, I forget, whatever. But they're fresh to death. They look like almost like fat guy Ray-Bans, you know. So, yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I got myself a pair of sunglasses for vacation.
You're getting into vacation
I'm
mode.
getting into vacation
That's
mode.
all that
I haven't had
matters.
like a legitimate vacation in like a bunch of years, so I'm
So-
pretty excited about that.
I know. So and it's funny because like, you know, getting my tax check soon, and you know,
Well, that's where I spent my.
brought-
That's where I spent my.
Yeah. That's what exactly what I'm
that's where-
thinking.
That's where the money went.
So
My vacation and sunglasses.
I'm still 50-50. I'm a late bloomer with this shit. So
you should come down, dude.
I know.
mean, there's so
I'm
much.
probably not gonna stay as late because
There's so
work.
much going on, though. So come down for
I
like the
know.
weekend or something, man.
So I got to see. I got to really kind of hammer it down, dollars and cents.
Dude, I got such a great deal. I told you.
I
And
know.
There's so many good deals on there. Like, I mean, you know.
Well, especially now, nobody wants to travel now. So fuck it, I'll go out there.
Yeah, dude, definitely come down, man.
The amount of fucking alcohol that's in my system. There's no Corona getting in this.
Jay, there's so much going on, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I mean, we're going to two Joshi shows.
Yeah.
We got Ring of Honor. We got New Japan. We got
Yeah, that's-
Bloodsport. We got like there's so much shit going on, dude.
That's worth its weight right there to me.
ICW, like yeah, man. I got meet and greets, Bullet Club, fucking beach party. It's gonna be retarded. It's so good. I'm excited, man. I got it's just I'm not even going to WrestleMania probably.
Yeah. Well, dude, I compared to what just happened Thursday, I don't even know if I'll be fucking watching it at this point.
Yeah, where is my caller? He should be calling in. Am I not like? Is the gimmick not working? Let me see if I can get him on the line here.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's an overreaction. Of course, I'm gonna fucking watch it. Why would I not? I would even if I'm down there, I would even fucking go. But I want cheap tickets.
Oh, incoming friend request. There it is. I think it's him now. Hold on. There it is. Hello, sir. Hello.
Is he on?
Hello. Hold on. Tony, you there? Hello. Dude.
Is there
Hold on. Do we not? Is he not in? What's going on here? Oh, I hate technology.
Yeah, me too. Oh,
Hello.
just got off.
Hello. I don't know.
You're talking to a machine,
I'm not told. I mean,
Phil. I'm not comfortable. Oh, I just heard a cough.
yo, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
There we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the line is a very good friend of the show. And I don't know why the chat room can't hear you, which that sucks. But anyway, he's the co-host of the Rant every Tuesday night.
Got
It's Tony C.
jiggle that wire, Phil.
Ah,
Jiggle that wire.
Dude,
Jiggle that wire.
Dude, all my shit is correct. I don't understand why they can't hear you. I don't understand. Pay your cricket bill, he says.
I need to go. I need to go to a payphone again, man.
No.
Every time I come on your show, you make me have to go to a payphone, man. This is ridiculous. You know how hard it is to find a payphone in my location, man. In my condition, I got to hobble phones dealing with your stuff, man. It's ridiculous.
So
man.
I'm listening to you guys on my way home at night on Tuesdays, like I always do. And the consensus was if certain things went down on Thursday, we're done. Like Tony's done with this, Surfer's done with that, Double's done with that, right? So
I made a declaration. I was done. I'm throwing in the towel on this shit.
Yeah. So that was it. That was the nail in the coffin right there.
Deontay Wilder style. Stop this shit.
You're throwing in the towel.
Throwing in the towel, man.
So Tony, I was at work, right? I was at work and I didn't get.
Okay.
I stayed off social media until I got you guys texted me. I got about 3 inboxes on Facebook.
Ridiculous.
So as soon as you said you were done, I already knew who won at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah, so we'll get right into it.
I couldn't wait till Tuesday night. This, you know it's bad. Well, I couldn't even wait till Tuesday to
you gotta
get on
it
the
out.
own show. I had to get it out. First chance I get.
That's funny.
First chance I get. If it was a show that was on yesterday, I would have called in somehow, some way.
No, absolutely.
This shit. This is ridiculous, yo.
Yo, dude, this is. I mean, what bothers me even more. Let's get into the card. Actually, we'll do the whole card.
Well, I was just gonna say, what is it? So was it the idea of Goldberg winning, or what is it? Is it a amalgamation of everything? What
it's
actually does
the
it?
idea of you build somebody up damn near to be unstoppable.
Yep.
I mean, no selling like Big Van Vader back in 1990.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
All right, so let's get into the card real quick. Then we'll get into the main event. So the Viking Raiders lose to Anderson and Gallows. The AJ Styles beat R-Truth for the see. Here's what I want to get Tony's reaction to. AJ beats R-Truth for that gauntlet fucking trophy match, right? And then here comes Taker.
Well,
I
Taker
didn't
was
even
in
see this shit. I had to go back and watch it. That somehow, some way, I must have dozed off or something. Because when you said Taker, I was like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
And then I had to go back.
Yeah.
His entrance was longer than the match.
Yeah, it 100% was. I like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is I like the story of Taker and AJ. I like it, but you cannot. Once again, one move is taking down AJ Styles. That's the idea of it. You know,
not just one move. Not only was it not the tombstone or the last ride, a damn choke slam,
and it was almost a bad choke slam to boot.
Oh my God, the choke slam ain't beat nobody since what 1995. I think
Psycho Sid had it.
Exactly.
I mean, no one's happy about Taker coming back anymore at all.
Like it's not. The AJ thing would have been cool
5 years ago.
But why beat him?
But
now you taking, you know what I'm saying, the mystery out of what would happen at Mania. AJ going over.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with Phil. I don't hate Taker coming back. I like the idea of Styles fighting Undertaker, but it should have been, hey, I'm gonna be the guy. Like, you know, obviously Taker's streak is dead and gone now at this point. But why not call out Undertaker?
Bro, I like the Gap Band, right?
Yeah.
But if there's only 3 members left, how good
if
is
Charlie Wilson ain't with him? They ain't damn Gap Band.
Like my mother went to go see the Temptations last month. I think like there's one guy left. I think Otis is left. You know, one of them is left. Like there's one guy left. How good is the fucking Temptations with one guy? I can't. Undertaker is a shell of himself.
Yeah, but he's gonna have Styles to bump around from where it's gonna get a good match out of him.
Tony, what do you think about this, man?
I mean, my opinion of Taker right now is Taker. He's a nostalgia guy, but he shouldn't be coming down to choke slamming nobody for a damn 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Come on now.
I agree.
Well, your tag team partner from Tuesday night just texted me and said Tony's upset because Goldberg beat Hogan in '98. And I'll get it. We'll get it to Goldberg in a few. We'll get it to Goldberg in a few.
You know what, Double A? And he just beat the Fiend in 2020. So what the hell?
I'm just saying. All right. New Day losing to Miz and Morrison.
Kind of seen this happen.
Kind of seen that coming.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a bump though by Kofi over the trust fall.
Kofi's a bump machine, dog.
Unbelievable.
Kofi's a bump machine, dog.
It was, and you know what? Not for nothing. That was a good match. I don't want to say it might have been the match of the night. It was probably give or take, but you know, to me, I really actually kind of enjoyed that match.
I'm still waiting for the demise of New Day. I think Big E should get one more run.
Oh,
we've been saying that for years, though, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Big E is too big to be acting all crazy and goofy. It's time for him to get serious about his career.
He should be the next Mark Henry, man. You know?
But I think Xavier
2011 Mark Henry.
Yes.
Right, the Hall of Pain Mark Henry.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
I think Woods is going to come when he comes back. He's instantly just going to go heel.
You think?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think I think it should be Big E. Big E needs a run now. Kofi had the run. I mean, Kofi should have another fucking run.
Big E should be the next Fiend.
Yes.
They should build him up just like that. Unbeatable big guy.
Yep. That's
and,
it. Just
and let him lose to Goldberg too.
the text, the rant EM text I call is getting in on Tony C because now Mr. Lee champion, Prince Cardigan champion is getting involved in the conversation now. All right, so we'll move right along real quick. But I like the match was good though.
The match was good.
Angel Garza and Carrillo. Yeah, that was all right. The cousins fighting each other was all right.
Nobody in the crowd cared.
When you got the Puerto Rican that can swim, you know what I'm saying? Let them get in on the match.
That's what. Yeah. He's right.
And Phil, before we move on, when we get to the main event, I'm gonna make a declaration of July the 8th, 1998.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired of people assuming, my feelings on that particular night. So I'm gonna throw that disclaimer out there. When we get
all right,
to
man. The floor is yours. You always have the floor when you come on Turnbuckle Throwbacks. And,
okay, once we get to the event, I'm gonna go in depth about this that Monday night in the Georgia Dome.
The floor is yours, big boy. The floor is yours. All right, Raw Tag Team Championship: Seth Rollins and Murphy beating the Street Profits.
I like this match too. I like the Street Profits. I think they're getting over their little hokiness, and now they're
Double A want to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Double A want to talk about me. What about your hate for Montez? Whatever his name is.
Montez.
You want to talk about? Yeah.
Montez
Double A
Ford?
hate him. You talking about? Yeah.
I love.
He
him.
has a disdain for him.
He has probably, and I'm going to go on record and saying the most beautiful frog splash I've ever seen. The height that he gets, it is almost like how it felt when Rob Van Dam was doing it in '97, but he's getting higher now. And who knows? Maybe 420 higher too. Who knows? Who knows what's in that cup, man? You got CBD oil, natural. Who the fuck knows what's in that cup?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that though.
Yeah, no.
Get your fucking swerve on,
yeah.
Man. It's 2020.
But I like this match too. I like the Monday Night Messiah is getting thrown down our throats, but I like Buddy Murphy being part of a storyline, a main storyline. That guy is very talented. I think he deserves where he's at right now.
Okay,
calling in.
Okay, hold on a minute. Tony, you there? Hello?
Oh, we lose Tony?
No. Well, I think Double A wanted to get in on this, but I think I did it wrong. Hold on a minute.
Oh, now we lost them both.
This is retarded. I hate fucking
technology.
I don't use this shit, man. Like this is the first time I'm using it. Hello. Hold on. You guys are there? Oh boy. Hold on a minute. Let's see. All right, let's do this.
Hello? Nope.
Let's do this. Hello? Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay. Hello?
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Double A tried to come in.
Double A tried coming in and stealing your thunder.
I think I have to add him though. I don't know how that works. Hold on. I don't use this.
I know. Everybody want to steal my thunder on my
he wants
great.
He wants to get in
the Turnbuckle Throwbacks.
Well, I have to admit that this is an honor. This is my first time that you're on, so I'm glad to be here. This is an honor for me.
Jay hasn't spoken to you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you through Discord.
Pleasure to meet you too, my man.
Hopefully, we'll be able to put a face to the name.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, you guys are coming down.
I know.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming down. So
I'm
trying to get Jay to come down. I'm already booked. I'm already in. So I'm good to go. I'll be down there. Hold on a second.
I think you should have pulled a Macaulay Culkin and said, I'm giving my goddamn money back.
Well,
Macaulay said, "Fuck y'all."
Yep,
that's funny.
Home Alone. You know it's bad when Home Alone they kiss my ass. I ain't coming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, go figure. Like so what was we did the Raw Tag Team title match.
Yes,
the Street Profits. I said, I like them. I like where they're going. They once again they got what the main events didn't get. Like they had a chance to shine and get over and still lose. You can lose and still get over. That's the
That is
fucking
true.
beauty of it right there. And like I said, they came across as maybe not as stars per se. Maybe that's because the crowd really wasn't into it at all. To say the
Man, them dot heads one word about that damn match, man.
yeah.
They wanted to see the fireworks.
Well, they knew
more
when
interesting.
they knew when Taker was coming out. They knew once Ray got hit, they were like, "Oh, here comes Undertaker." They knew it right away.
Oh my God!
If you want, I'll call you both. Was okay. Yeah, Double A's gonna. Hold on a second. I don't know what I don't.
He really want to steal my thunder.
You're stealing your
tonight.
thunder.
Okay.
Really?
I know
In the
Double A's
words of the really?
I know Double A's the boss. He's the bean counter here, but
Exactly. He's acting like that kid that got all the toys. You grab one of them.
I want that toy.
Give me my damn toy back. I want to play with my Tonka truck now. Man, you wasn't even worried. You wasn't even thinking about the Tonka truck. Well, damn it, since you grabbed it now.
Now I want
it.
All right, I think we're all on now.
I think so.
Are we all on now?
I don't know if Tony C's there.
Tony, you there?
Give it a second. He's got to figure out how to jump from one call to the next.
I just like the third time I'm using this on my computer, so I don't even know. Oh, hold on, Tony, you there? Hello,
Tony. He picked up. There he is.
Some of my bitch.
So now we have the rant, the Tuesday night show on with us.
Listen,
you want to make it a full takeover of this man show, don't you? we turn into the NWO right now.
Double A, pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Likewise, I'm glad you stopped holding the microphone like champagne.
Oh my God. That man might be highfalutin. He like to hold his mic like that. He might stay in the big house on the big side of town.
On a really big hill.
On the biggest hill.
In a cardboard box.
Oh my damn.
But listen, and I'm not to defend what happened last night.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I'm calling in to be
Listen.
Johnny Cochran and shit. Rest in peace.
The point is that and the man who won the title last night, he already showed up on a certain television program that aired is currently on the air,
and they got
said 2 words and left. But
and I got some shit to say about this. The way they just did that was bullshit.
But you can't get upset.
Why the hell I can't?
Because
I'm spending good $9.99 for premium matches and content.
Mm-hmm.
And I never saw a champion lose his title to a suplex.
You paid
not a jackhammer.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a sledgehammer. That wasn't even a damn regular hammer.
Wasn't a wind hammer.
Exactly.
Wasn't
that
my
was
son
Mikey hammer.
You paid $9.99 to watch an afternoon matinee house show on Thursday.
Glorified.
That's it. That's what you paid for. You didn't pay for a pay-per-view for a high caliber event. What did you expect?
Ain't that a bit? So you saying if I had paid $49.99, I have room to be mad?
I don't know. You could have been $80 and bought that boxing match the other night.
Well, hell, that was more entertaining than that.
I agree.
4 spears in a slip in a damn. What's the damn move? Suplex.
Yeah.
Not even a good suplex.
Somebody should have thrown in the towel for Bray.
No, God.
That would have made sense.
It would have made sense. Okay.
If he just disappeared once he hit the...
You want to hear something crazy? Goldberg is the first guy to win the world title in 4 different decades.
The hell kind of ESPN status that?
Whoa.
That's actually where I got it from.
I know. Bullshit.
You're just listen. It could take out Goldberg and insert anybody that beat Hulk Hogan in the 90s for the world title. You would have been certainly.
Here you go, this shit here. Let me explain.
Take out Goldberg, insert Lex Luger. You still would have been upset.
Hell yeah, because Lex Luger can't walk. So why is he in there trying to beat Bray Whyte?
Listen,
that's beyond the point.
If Lex Luger never had that stroke, I guarantee you he would have been in the main event.
He might have with a
Listen,
walker looking like Harvey Weinstein
So-
going in the damn court.
Saudi Arabia
Yeah,
loves
you're
a
right.
nostalgic acts. They are not clamoring for no Lex Luger.
The Lex Express would have pulled up in 2020,
Now I'm
getting a title shot.
I'm
Ain't
sure
that
you
a
guys.
bitch?
I'm sure you guys are gonna cover this on Tuesday. But I have to ask because I was gonna ask this to January, even if you guys weren't gonna call in. God,
He's going to call him by Tuesday, so
Yeah.
don't worry.
So my
I
question
got a
is,
lot of vitriol for this shit. It ain't going away.
well, before we give the floor to Mr. C, I got to ask you guys though, where do we go with this now?
Well,
The senior citizen home. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I don't know.
obviously, I'm talking about storyline wise. Like, where are we going with this for Mania? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what would have started right now would have been Goldberg coming out, and then, like you said, not saying two words, and then the Fiend coming out and having a match, and then you get the belt back on the Fiend. That's where you go with this. So now the only logical step now is it's got to be Goldberg against Roman.
It's already been announced for WrestleMania without Roman even earning a damn shot. Who the hell he is? Sting in '97? What the hell? You beat Baron Corbin in the steel cage, and now you no one contender, huh? Okay.
Yep. Well, so,
Okay,
wait, was
this
it
is what
announced on
booking-
SmackDown or?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yep.
Oh,
So Elimination Chamber is pretty much
in the books.
pointless.
Yeah, well,
That's
See,
there you go.
he's just surly. That's all.
Well, like you said, Double A. Where
I'm
do you,
surly. Hell yeah, I'm surly. When a damn suplex beats the unbeatable. That's like the Z-Man when Vader debuted doing a drop kick and beating Vader with a drop kick.
Great American Bash 1990.
You know what? No, that's actually really
Exactly.
great. That's a great analogy to tell you the truth.
Z-Man's on tonight's throwback.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's a great analogy.
You think people wouldn't have been on the remotes at them big ass fat back TVs? Come on, man.
Well, like I said, Double
You try
A.
to give.
Like Phil said, where do we go then?
Well, I don't know. Something tells me it's not going to be Goldberg and Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. I know it's announced, but something's going to happen between now and then that Goldberg's not going to be the champion.
Did they interject John Cena in this or no?
Well, and let me turn on my TV to see, because Cena is coming back here in the next 20 minutes,
9:50.
because the show goes off the air in 20 minutes, and I suspect that Cena's going to challenge Goldberg. And it's going to be Goldberg and Cena for the title, and then it might be Cena and Roman for the title.
What's up, Pastor Dell? Pastor to join the chat room.
What's gonna happen? The Cena gonna get up there, blah 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 blah, blah, and all you're gonna hear is
They posted
"We're
this.
so glad that you're our friend."
WWE posted on Instagram about 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago. Will Goldberg make it to WrestleMania as Universal Champion? So Double A, I think you might be right then.
So challenging Goldberg. So Goldberg is going to defend the title at Elimination Chamber. That's probably the swerve.
It's possible
to get it off.
It's possible.
Okay, Double A, I kind of get what you're saying. So Cena can challenge Goldberg for the title at Elimination Chamber, correct?
Sure.
And that's how you get it off.
Yeah.
You do Cena and Roman at
Yeah.
WrestleMania?
Yeah. What? Because otherwise, what is Cena going to do at WrestleMania in Tampa, of all places, where he lives?
Have him have a quick match.
He can come to Shimmer with us. I'm just, I don't know. I feel like they're taking a step backwards.
Well, Tony, like you said, now the question goes to you. Where do you go now? Like now, this is what you have to deal with. Now you're the booker today. What do you do?
If I'm booking, first of all, okay, you saying that I'm the one that booked Goldberg
No,
in, right? I made that.
You're stuck with this.
You just got the book 10 hours later.
Oh, they gave me the Kevin Nash. I'm Kevin
Correct.
Nash.
Yes.
They gave me the book.
Yeah, you arrived at SmackDown, and the other guy got sent home for fucking up the Super Show.
and I can't put the belt on myself.
No, you can't. Not until you book yourself in a pole match.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
like a
On
surf,
a gimmick match.
yeah, like a surfer on a pole match or something. You know, you gotta.
There you go.
Right. Exactly.
My it's like Jay said. I would have went with the titles on the line tonight. Fiend, Goldberg rematch. Belt goes back on the Fiend. Get Goldberg ass the hell out of here.
That still can happen.
That's like Nitro Heat type shit.
No, but I'm talking about tonight. I would have did it tonight.
It should have happened, but it's not going to now.
Yeah, it's not going to happen now. But like I said, I guess there's still time between now and Mania.
Jay asked me a question about me having a
Listen,
I love this.
I got
but you know what? Kevin Nash booked the title, gave himself the title, and he ended up on the broadcast team after 6 months. That's what's going to happen with you too.
That would not happen with me because I would have got the belt off Goldberg, let him walk, get his walker. I mean, get the hell out of the way. Bray Wyatt wins. Do the Elimination Chamber. Number 1 contender goes on to Mania. Bam. It writes itself. It writes itself.
Yeah, well, because they kind of did the same thing with Goldberg and Brock. You know, Goldberg had the belt until Mania. We all knew.
You talk about 03.
In 04.
Yeah.
In 04, yeah. Brock lost it at No Way Out to Eddie Guerrero. Because we knew his ass was leaving.
This is true.
Well, like I said, I mean, now, you know, does it sour? Because it does sour. I mean, even the Brock match. So we didn't even talk about this. The Brock against Ricochet match. Like
I loved it.
There's no reason for that match to be 90. You build up Ricochet for this thing, and you squash him in 90 seconds.
Damn right.
Poor guy. He debuted new gear and everything.
Oh.
That's right.
That's
what would have happened in real life if he ran
you
up on Brock Lesnar.
But you know what? It's not the squash doesn't bother me. The fact that they traveled all that way so that Brock could wrestle, like Jay said, 90 seconds to collect a $2, $3, $4 million paycheck.
That's right.
Turn around,
get your money.
And he probably was up in the air before the show was off the air.
Definitely was.
Damn right.
He definitely was. I just look at it as like the same thing. Whereas you build up the same reason, the same thing I want to say about the Fiend. You build up Ricochet to be this underdog type thing, and it's a great story. And you could have had the same kind of result, and you could have had a 4 or 5 minute match. Give Ricochet a little bit of offense, a little bit of hope, and then knock him out.
Don't give him no hope.
But then you're not making
squash
any
Kofi. You got to squash every look.
Well,
if you squash Kofi, you got to squash every little guy that Brock running.
The problem right now in WWE is that 2 people have the world titles, so to speak.
Yeah.
That are in theory unbeatable.
Yes, in theory.
Because the only way one lost was Brock beat Goldberg and Goldberg beat Brock. They both beat each other.
But Undertaker just beat Goldberg last year at Super Showdown, right?
Yeah, but that's because Goldberg lost his foot.
So you know what's happening next. The Undertaker getting the damn belt.
Take is smarter than that.
Why would Taker not want a title shot in WWE logic? Hell, he beat Goldberg.
The fact that we even use that term WWE logic is it's really bad in 2020.
That's what I'm saying. In WWE logic, okay, Goldberg beat Brock beat Goldberg, Taker beat Goldberg. That means Taker get title shot.
I can't wait to see. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see you guys. I hope you guys can make it down in April.
It's just
look at that math. Goldberg beat. Let's do the math again. I'm gonna add it up for you. Goldberg beat Brock beat Goldberg. Undertaker beat Goldberg.
Brock math.
Undertaker.
The last
Undertaker get title shot.
The last time I went to WrestleMania, Goldberg went in as the champion. So listen.
Fitting.
What does he got a built-in deal here in Florida? He got to have
exactly every time there's a WrestleMania in Florida, Goldberg is the champion. No, I don't know. I don't know what WWE's thinking, but
if I'm Taker, I'm going to the championship committee. I want a damn title shot.
But
I
listen,
beat Goldberg.
Lee had the quote, the best, I guess, quote or line in our text back and forth yesterday. And that was when they get to Saudi Arabia, Vince just hands over the pencil and the book to the king, to the prince, and says, okay, you book the finishes. I mean,
here you go, Jafar.
Might as well.
Hey,
I mean, that's pretty much, that's the best way to sum it up, because otherwise, what's the point of everything that happened last night?
and not for nothing, but it really didn't look like there was that many people there. Like they've had bigger shows in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but they haven't been selling out those stadium shows. And
Yeah.
the thing, they don't care if they sell them out because those are prepaid shows.
Yeah.
So they don't
Vince
care.
already got his money.
He already got his money. He already deposited the check.
So basically, to sum up, Ricochet is
This
good that
some
he got
bullshit.
squashed, but the Fiend bad that he got squashed.
And they put Mansoor over again. In
Oh God, yeah. Well,
That was another thing. And you know what really drives me up the wall about that? Every time he has a match, they get in the ring, Byron Saxton, because they don't let no skirts in the ring. Byron gets in the ring and says, Mansoor, can you believe it? You're a hometown hero. You just the guy's won 3 matches.
All in Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
And this guy gets, if you go back and you watch the show, this guy gets a pyro entrance
Yeah.
And no pop.
that would make anyone jealous. That, you know, like I don't think Goldberg's entrance was that big.
Well,
Why
it
you
was-
always got to bring it back to his old ass?
Oh well, you know,
Okay.
I'm just using it as an example.
But like I said, it was funny because it's completely like pandering to the
course.
Saudi Arabia crowd.
The Saudi crowd.
Yeah, and it's almost like, and even with like that match, like I don't even mind them. Like come out there, but like bring him on Raw for a match or two, a few weeks leading up. Like let us remind us of who he is.
Pastor Siddell said that they booked themselves into a corner with the title on Bray. Is that safe?
No.
Is that safe to say, or
No,
are we disagreeing with that?
disagree. I respectfully disagree.
They
No.
could have very easily had Roman and Bray at WrestleMania.
Because I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I think Pastor's saying that because,
He was too strong.
well, not only that, but like you remember there was a couple of title runs with guys that had the belts, but they didn't have really good matches, like Mark Henry's and Daniel Bryan's, and like those guys who even CM Punk to an extent had some terrible matches with guys. Like, did they? Is he meaning the booking aspect of it or the character? Like, I mean, I don't.
The booking is terrible because what under what planet can you rationalize Goldberg coming in with a 2-week build, mind you,
Yes.
and defeating Bray Wyatt for the universe? Clean, no interference, no nothing. In what, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. That's how long the match was.
After 4 spears and 2 optimists.
So, where's the rational? How can you justify that? You can't.
Right.
That's what I've been trying to say.
I get
That's
that.
why McCully is pissed off.
But
That's why me and McCully is pissed off.
And let me tell you something. You are pissed off because it's Goldberg, but insert wrestler X that shouldn't be in that position. It just makes no sense.
Okay, now it's time for me to clarify. I think I've reached this point. Okay, in 1998, I have no problem.
See, here we go. The Georgia Dome is destroyed. It's gone. That's dead. That's over.
Let me clarify this. I had no problem with Goldberg beating Hollywood Hogan.
That's
my issue was just like somebody Bischoff and everybody else said. Why the hell would you beat him on a Monday night?
Yep, exactly.
And not on the pay-per-view. That's just like the Brock and Stone Cold thing.
Why
I don't blame Stone Cold.
Why did Lex Luger beat Hogan on Nitro?
It should, and that was dumb too.
No, it
and then
wasn't.
Then they did a rematch 6 days later and gave Hogan the belt back.
Let me tell
That's what made it dumb.
Let me tell you something. The world title
had the belt for almost a year.
The world title changing on TV was a rare thing that happened in the
God,
days.
no,
it never happened.
Hell no. We don't need that logic on here. No.
Yeah, Serpent was justified something.
No, hell no.
But I'll
John
bring-
Cena on. Watch him.
I'll bring him in a second. But the point is that
Let him watch Cena.
what I'm trying to say is the world title changing in 1997 was like a super rare thing. So they had to throw us a bone every so often on TV.
But I had no problem with Goldberg winning that title. Like I
I
said,
don't believe that one.
I have more issue with the Luger thing than Goldberg because Luger was not the star that Goldberg was in 1998. I don't give a damn.
Luger exercised his legal rights and told
But
him
Luger was not.
you haven't defended the title in 30 days. Tony, title match.
Lex
Right?
Luger, losing to Lex Luger and Goldberg. I mean, losing to Lex Luger in 1997 hurt Hollywood Hogan legacy more than losing to Goldberg in 1998.
Listen.
Who the hell was Lex Luger in 1997? No damn body.
Yeah.
August 4th, on August 4th, he was somebody else.
Yeah,
exactly. Because Hogan made him.
Wait. I got something. So using this logic as well. So now you build up Goldberg in the 90s. Big monster. Nobody could beat him. Has 2 belts. He ends up, he forfeits the U.S. title, beats Hogan, and he loses his streak. His first loss is through a fucking stun gun.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Is this almost parallel now with that? Like the feet?
No, this is worse than Finger Poke of Doom. Because at least the Finger Poke of Doom made sense. I knew what they were trying to do. This shit, I don't know what they're trying to do.
How the hell does somebody who comes out on television and says, I'm going to run for president, and then 10 minutes later wins the world title? How is that making sense?
Because he's the Godfather, and he was supposed to, Goldberg, before he got hurt with his dumb ass, he was supposed to run through everybody to get back to the
He won the world title in a goddamn suit.
That's right. Well, hell, Goldberg won it with he just won it with a suplex. So what?
Suplex. But
it's like
What's
the same
the point?
thing. I'm saying the same thing where it's like maybe because what do you do? Goldberg is what 150, 160 and 0 at that point. What do you do to get out of that? So maybe they felt that,
and they
like
would,
you said.
and the people had turned on them just like they're turning on them now.
Yeah.
Let's we got the Silver one on the line. Surfer, what's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You tell me, brother.
I want to say something. Tony C is just waiting.
Why don't the WWE just pack up and just move all the operations over to Saudi Arabia and
that makes sense.
Boss,
at least you'll have an understanding on why they do the crazy shit they do over there.
Hold on, boss. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say Tony C just wants Goldberg to punch the window out in a limousine.
And cut his hand again.
And he might do something stupid like that before WrestleMania. No, and this is my thing. Okay, if Goldberg is going to be in the company and viable as a champion, at least put some damn hair club for men on his goatee, man. Because losing to a dude with gray hair, man, come on, bro.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, it
Come
doesn't.
on,
It
man.
doesn't look good. It just, but it goes back to like you said, like maybe they, like you said, maybe they booked themselves into a corner where they couldn't get out, and that's a short term solution, if that's the right word.
If Goldberg would have came back way back when he came back this last time, what, in 16 or 17, whatever, and he had a goatee, but it was black, all black, I'll be like, okay, he don't look that bad. But him and this damn Billy Goat thing, Whisker Biscuits, like the Rock call him, and he beating everybody except for Undertaker. Yeah, this is bullshit. Like I said, Undertaker, if Goldberg beat the Fiend, the Undertaker needs to be the world champion. Because the Undertaker beat his ass. And I want the Undertaker as my world universal champion.
What? So now
he beat Goldberg.
We have the Surfer still on with us.
No, he watching John Cena, so he's paying no attention right now. He watching Cena.
He's muted though.
He watching the Toretto. What's his name in that movie?
Okay.
John Toretto. That's his name.
Jacob Toretto.
Okay, Jacob Toretto.
What does the Surfer think about what happened?
It just seemed like they wanted to find somebody. I guess my thought is that maybe they knew the crowd would turn on Roman Reigns if he beat the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave it to somebody that they turned against a lot more because Goldberg should have never won the championship.
Oh, that's actually a great point. Because like you said, if Roman beats Bray at Mania, crowd's turning on him right away. Now they're almost like turning us against them. So we don't want the belt on Goldberg.
We don't want y'all to turn on Roman again.
I don't want to cut you guys off, but apparently Cena just came in and just kind of announced his retirement.
Whoa, Cena just almost announced his retirement.
No, he not, because Bray's
money must be.
So we'll see. I mean, he's saying that WrestleMania. He says, "I'm leaving. I'll come back one day, but this is not bye forever. This is just bye for now."
No, here it
comes. He says people who want to go to WrestleMania are people that deserve it and people who bust their ass the spots to go to WrestleMania, and that he's leaving that for somebody that deserves it. And that he just said.
Bray gonna come out there and say, "Don't give him no statue, give him guns."
He's fighting Baron Corbin on the way out.
Getting out while you can.
Yeah, let him fight Baron Corbin.
that big
getting
rematch,
out while you can.
That big rematch with Elias was he was afraid of that?
Well, I mean,
getting out while you can.
His reason is right, but we all know he's going to do something. He'll show up in some fashion.
That Fast 9 money must be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're our friend. This is a friendship that never ever ends. So it still got 5 minutes. It's coming.
So all in all, I mean, Surfer brought up a good point.
The light's gonna go out.
Where the Fiend, if the idea is to get the belt on Roman,
right?
You can't have Roman beat the Fiend because the crowd's gonna just hate Roman. Now the crowd's all of a sudden, did they boo Goldberg when he came out? Double A?
They booed him somewhat.
Yeah. So,
but the thing is,
the crowd in Saudi Arabia, they don't know what they like.
Yes, they just
told y'all.
Yes, but they're in Boston. Boston's like Philly. They boo everybody.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying about it in Saudi Arabia, they're still waiting for. Oh wait, now I think Bray Wyatt's coming out. But yeah, they boo everybody, and they're still waiting for the Ultimate Warrior to come out.
Oh no, Yokozuna! Didn't they want Yokozuna? But that's a great point by Silver, the Surfer.
Go ahead, Surfer. Say your 2 cents.
I didn't hear what this was said.
You're too busy with the dog.
No dog this weekend. Thank you.
All right, so let's wrap this up. We have to finish our show actually.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the show.
Oh yeah. This always happens. I love it though. It's it's like bonus content.
Yeah.
Tony, you want the floor? You have the floor, and then we'll give it back to your colleagues.
I just wanted to say I had no problem with William Goldberg winning that match in 1998. Just wish it would have been on pay-per-view, and it would have made sense because Goldberg was the hottest thing in business. So of course, Lex Luger in '97, hell no, that title should have never went to Lex Luger. Sting should have been the only one that even touched Hogan back in '97. But I digress.
I digress.
Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, how we hardly knew you, my friend. We're gonna have a funeral for The Fiend on Tuesday night.
I can't wait
for that burial.
Listen.
We're gonna come through and say some.
Who's gonna eulogize him? You gonna give him the eulogy?
I'm gonna give the eulogy of The Fiend.
He went home. He violated JoJo. So not everything.
Oh, God.
Not everything is wrong in the world. So
in his world, everything wrong in my world when somebody walking around with the world title in a professional wrestling business that got a gray goatee. I'm just saying. That's like if Chris Jericho would have came in the AEW with a walker talking about, yeah, I'm finna beat whoever for the world title, and he won. No, bruh, you got to make see. Vince is getting lazy in his old age. This is my gripe with Vince. He think people just gonna watch his crap just to watch it. No, bruh, it needs to make sense, man.
Yeah.
A 50-year-old Goldberg beating Bray Wyatt once again with a suplex.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
A hip toss.
But you know what it is?
Damn near was a hip toss. You right, Jay. It damn near should have been a hip toss.
It was a hip toss.
That's what it was. That's essentially what it was. But what's sad, what's becoming reality here is that we know that Vince should not be booking anymore. We know that. We've known that for a while. But what's becoming clear now,
coming out in the product
with the success of NXT, I think Vince doesn't want to cede control and be overshadowed. That's what I see happening. So in Vince's eyes, it doesn't matter whether his product is good or bad. It's still, this is WW. This is my company. This is Monday Night Raw. This is SmackDown. These are my shows. So I'm going to remain control. I'm not going to let somebody come in, book these shows, turn them around, and in let's say the turnaround was 60 days. I'm not going to let someone come in and in 60 days show me up on something I couldn't do in the last 6 years.
Yeah,
that's what he's thinking.
Well, like I said, because and now it's just like it's almost like a fu to. I don't want to say to us and the fans, where it's like you guys want to complain about when I do something that you want. Oh, you know what? Now here's something you don't want. Fuck you. It's my show. It's almost like that.
Vince doesn't care anymore. I think that's the problem with a lot of the things that have been around a long time. Vince doesn't care anymore, so he doesn't care what the WWE is like.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, though. Let me ask y'all this.
Viacom at one time cared about MTV. They don't anymore.
They don't know.
Let me ask y'all fellas
George
this.
Lucas. It's like George Lucas does what he wants, and he don't give a damn about what anybody else thinks about anything he makes as far as his films. Vince is the same way.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me ask y'all fellas this. It's the way Vince is booking right now, he make me feel like if Stone Cold Steve Austin could actually wrestle, Stone Cold Steve Austin would be the Universal Champion or WWE Champion.
But I'm going to tell you something. If that happened, that would be a big, big, big draw for WWE.
Absolutely.
Yeah, at this point, he ain't wrestled in 15 years. I'm talking about.
That's why they would do it. That's why they would do it, just for the draw.
Exactly. Especially that there's been the teasing for years now. Austin might come back to have one more match.
One more, yeah.
But
Austin
if he
goes on
came
record,
in,
I probably could wrestle one more.
With the same kind of goatee as Goldberg, I'll say hell no.
So, let me ask you this then: do you have a problem with Edge? Because Edge got a gray goatee.
No, he's salt and pepper. He is salt and pepper. Goldberg is straight
just
AARP. Goldberg is Medicare for all. Straight Medicare.
So you're saying if you're Social Security eligible,
you should not be the
you
world
got an
champion.
issue.
No, exactly. No. It's not only that you're Social Security eligible, you look Social Security.
All right.
Social Security eligible.
All right, Mr. Hulkamaniac. If Hogan were to come back today, we know what Hogan looks like.
No.
We know what Hogan looks like right now because Hogan got a big ass gray goatee going.
No.
But he couldn't come in and give the big boot to Bray.
I'll be at the beach shop April 1st.
Oh God, that's so awesome.
I hope to bump into him. I'll ask him that.
I wonder in Clearwater is different than the one in Orlando.
I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I get there. That's the first thing I'm doing when I land. I'm going to Clearwater.
No. Well, hell, since y'all want nostalgia, just put the belt back on Ric Flair and turn the night.
Hey,
run around.
I'm sure Flair could carry a better match than Goldberg can.
Absolutely.
At 71 years old,
I think he still can.
Absolutely,
that's true.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. Come on, and now that Goldberg has the title, nobody should get mad when Taker want his shot at that Universal title.
That's how upset he is. He's smacking his hands.
That's right. I want Taker. I want Taker and Goldberg in a rematch in Saudi Arabia because they're going to Saudi again after Mania, right?
I think in June. Yeah.
Okay, so in June, Goldberg and Taker in the rematch for the Universal title.
No.
With Taker going over again.
Can't even tell it's 2020.
Nope.
Can't even
Nope.
tell.
We want nostalgia acts with the titles.
So,
No.
Well,
Phil and Jay, I appreciate you allowing me to come on.
no problem.
Anytime.
Well worth it.
I've never saw a champion lose his belt to a suplex, a lazy suplex, a hip toss, as Jay called it.
Hip toss.
Glorified hip toss.
You can listen to the eulogy
of
Bray Wyatt.
Tune in
live on
the
Fiend.
Rant.
Of the Fiend. I'm sorry, of the Fiend on Tuesday night on the Rant at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Because this is ridiculous. Who's booking this crap? That's just all I want to know.
It's definitely the old man.
Crap?
It's the old man.
Double A. Any final thoughts on your end?
You know, all I can say is that he can say all he wants. He has no issues. He hasn't gotten over that damn match in 1998.
Listen. I'll say this one more time. What made it even sweeter for me to get over that match in 1998, the fact that when Goldberg did lose, he lost to Scott Hall and a counter prod, okay?
He hit a stun gun.
And a counter prod, as they call it in WCW.
Yeah.
In layman's terms, it is a stun gun, but they call it a counter prod. So that's what gives me a soothing feeling in my soul about Bill Goldberg, okay? He got beat by a counter prod. A lot of things beat Hollywood Hogan and Hulkamania or whatever, but he never lost to a counter prod, okay? So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it, pal. And Bill Goldberg, you lose it to the Undertaker. So you're doing a job.
Doing a job.
Doing a job. I think we lost Surfer, guys.
Oh well. And Tony, you continue to believe that. And before I disconnect, I just have to say this because I haven't said it in a while. Lee, if you're listening out there, and I know you are,
the Prince,
the only Prince that matters around here.
This is true.
Kendall Windham was not a horseman. I'll talk to you guys later.
You guys did a best. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was fun.
I forgot about that. Kendall Windham is.
I
forgot about that argument.
I got to get Lee back on the show. I miss Lee so much. I haven't spoken to Lee. I haven't spoken to Lee since last year. The Prince Cardigan champion of Randy M Radio.
You know, but like he bring up a good point, you know, and like you said, the pastor said, you know, maybe they in some weird way they did book themselves into a corner, and that was the only way that maybe it was like a short-term thing. I just think you could have done it in another way.
Oh, Surfer had to leave. Thank you, Surfer. Yeah, get up early.
Thank you very much, Surfer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
And you could have just did it another way. It didn't have to be quote unquote squash match. It just you made the Fiend. It took him. I mean, you know, how many curb stomps did Seth Rollins give him? You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I just, you know, it's discouraging when you have the ability to do a better job booking. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do. It's not. I'm not taking a shot at Goldberg.
No, definitely not.
I'm not taking a shot at Goldberg. I have no problem. I have no problem with 1998 Goldberg.
Yeah.
The 2020 Goldberg, that's a different story. But
well, I mean, that's
because I'm a stickler for stories.
And I'm assuming Goldberg's not. He's not a dumb guy. I've seen his thing.
No, he
knows
his spot.
He knows about the business.
It's not a personal. I think the fans are more emotionally invested because they have more to look at in terms of the internet, and the quote unquote dirt sheets, and you know, like the fans are just like, you know, there's more emotion in it. Like I had people running testimonies yesterday. I cancel my network
I'm
subscription.
not canceling.
I'm not buying the merch no more.
I'll tell you how I will cancel is if they move the pay-per-views to an outside source.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll keep it. If they raise the price, I'll cancel it. Because I don't care. But I only go for 4 pay-per-views anyway.
Yeah.
If they keep the NXTs, if they keep the specials, and they keep adding old content, I'm fine with it.
There's a number in my head that I have.
If they move the pay-per-views, if they sell them off to like ESPN or something, and then they raise the price of the network subscription, then I'm cutting and bootlegging everything.
Yeah, but to me, like that would be the only way. Like this, but it was. I remember funny. Like I seen the picture, and I remember saying it to you guys last week, where I was just like, it's not beyond WWE or to put the belt.
You exactly did say that.
It's not beyond them. I wasn't.
So what was our picks, by the way?
We had
Let's see. Let's just go with the picks real quick because we have to go with
and we're gonna do AEW.
We're gonna do AEW as well.
So we did. Braun Strowman didn't even
fight,
okay. Which we had
AJ
we had, which we lost
Bailey.
because Taker. Bailey we had, Miz and Morrison we had, Rollins we had, Brock we had, and then we got that wrong.
And we have Bray Wyatt. So we lost 1 match or 2 matches.
We lost 2 matches.
Okay, that's fine.
So
all right.
And then like I said, but like to me, I wonder. I just wonder what and Surfer brought up a really good point. I wonder if the idea is to put the belt on Roman, and the only way to do that is to put the belt now on Goldberg, because if Roman beats Bray Wyatt, you're gonna have the 60, 70,000 people turning on Roman.
Right.
If he beats Goldberg, a guy that's a part-timer, maybe that's their thinking. And if that's the thinking, you kind of can't blame him.
Right.
In that sense, I don't think it's as cut and dry as, well, he's a nostalgic act, let's put the belt on him, because otherwise he would have lost the belt tonight, I think. Right. So I bet you the pastor brought up the Silver Surfer brought up a good point.
Did you see NXT?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
It was good. I love the match between Ciampa and Austin Theory. Austin Theory this dude's 22 years old.
Yeah.
This guy's a star.
I agree.
He is a star. And I like the fact that Gargano came out and got his ass kicked. Because generally when you jump somebody from behind, they usually always have the upper hand. They actually told a different story today and did it that way, which I kind of like that. So that match was good. The Charlotte match, Bianca Belair.
That was fantastic. I agree. What did you think of Walter and Finn Balor set up?
So I didn't see that happening.
No one saw that happening. I did not see that happening. Actually, he was going to go challenge Adam Cole for the title.
I thought, yeah, me too. I love it. I mean,
yeah.
The size difference is kind of obvious.
That's one belt he hasn't won yet.
But exactly, that's exactly it. And why? And like you said, especially now with NXT and NXT UK, like you can commingle these two groups, and especially somebody like Balor who can do this. And that match is, we never seen it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hard hitting. It's gonna be amazing. I like the fact that they came out. Did the Imperium guys came out and did the fucking bidding. I like that.
Before we get into AEW, Ring of Honor is running a card tonight on their Honor Club. It's from Nashville. It's actually where my sister is right now. She's actually on vacation there.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, she arrived this morning. Her and my niece are there. So it's what is it called? It's called Bound by Honor, and I'll run down the card real quick. It's actually started about an hour and a half ago. 2 guys, 1 tag. That's Silas Young and what's the other kid? I forgot, with the beard. Josh something, I think his name is. They're fighting Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham for the titles.
Like that.
Nicole Savoy versus Angelina Love. That's for the tournament for the women's title.
Yeah.
Here's a nice match. This is a 3-way tag. It's Dalton Castle and Joe Hendry versus Lifeblood. A 4-way tag. I'm sorry. Dalton Castle and Joe Hendry versus Lifeblood versus Vincent and Bateman versus PJ Black and Brian Johnson. Ray Horace, Luchador, fights Alex Shelley.
Yeah.
La Facion Ego Noble, which is Roosh and Kenny King.
Yeah.
Fighting Villain Enterprises. Flip Gordon and Brody. And this is going to be a fantastic match, a triple threat. Slex versus Bandito versus Marty Skrull.
Oh,
And this is my favorite match tonight. I can't wait to go home and watch this. The Briscoes taking on Jeff Cobb and Dan Moff.
oh yeah.
And if that didn't tickle your tits, if that didn't satisfy the television champion, who's Dragon Lee or Ryu Lee,
Yeah.
if you're in Japan, goes up against PCO for the title.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that, man. So that's on. If you have Honor Club, if not, I think it's gonna.
Did you happen to see that thing online? On wherever, like the people are complaining. I don't think it was on our page. They were complaining about all these champions are, older, 50s, 40s.
I had a problem with it until the talent level. If PCO is 53 years old and he can run, I don't care. Taker, on the other hand,
Yeah.
you could see it hurts him.
Well, people are comparing Goldberg to Jericho, and that's completely unfair.
Listen,
to Jericho because and there's two different reasons. I'm not saying that Goldberg isn't over. I'm not saying that he's not over.
Listen, Jericho's got an action figure coming out.
Oh, it's
with a table of bubbly. Okay, you can buy it's a table with the champagne bottles and the fucking bucket.
That's so awesome.
Okay,
and that's what I'm saying. I think that's the talent level. Once again, not saying that Goldberg isn't talented, but he's no Chris Jericho. That's a
different level of talent. Jay.
It's
apples and oranges.
I think if booked correctly, like if Goldberg was around since 3 years ago, if he stayed around this whole time, maybe even on a slightly part-time schedule, maybe we'd be having a different conversation. But I think it's a little unfair. The age thing doesn't really bother me that much. It's and I know they threw PCO's name in. That's what made me think of it. Actually,
yeah. I mean, again, I'm not mad at it.
No,
I'm really not mad at it.
No, listen, if you can work and you're over, what does it matter?
No, not dude. Oh, I found your request for the break. By the way, I found your song.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll cover that in a minute. Okay, so we'll have we
do 8. Did you see 8?
I saw Dynamite.
Yeah,
I saw Dynamite. I got home. I started watching. I got a ride home a couple times this week, by the way, and I was so happy because I got home. And on Wednesday night, I was getting a ride home, and I'm in the car, and I'm watching the Pac, or Pac, whatever the hell you want to call him, versus Kenny Omega for the Iron Man match. I got home, there was like 9 minutes left in the match.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy about that. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. AEW is coming correct.
Yeah.
Loving the last couple of weeks. This was probably one of the best go-home shows to a pay-per-view I've seen in a very, very, very long time. The Iron Man match was great. I enjoyed that. And I also the Inner Circle versus Jurassic Express, that was a good match. I like what they're doing with the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah, I like what's going on there.
Even though you're not a big fan of Chuck Taylor, I love
I love Chuck Taylor.
You're a hater.
I love Chuck Taylor. I love the Best Friends.
And now Orange Cassidy's getting involved,
and he's going to fight Pac.
And we'll get into that right in a second.
Wait.
Yep. And that was a good match. I also enjoyed the women's match. Okay, the women for me in AEW, it's hit or miss.
Yeah,
there's some good matches, and then there's really, really like God, please make it stop. This one was okay. I like the kid. I like the kid Shayna.
Yeah,
she's got a big fat shit locker, and so does Sheeta.
Yeah,
but I like Shayna a lot.
Yeah.
Or Shayna, whatever the hell.
I think it's Shayna. Yeah.
Oh, she's got a big fat delicious asshole.
But I like the match was good.
The match was fine.
The match was good. I love Big Swole.
You like Big Swole?
I like Big Swole.
She's got to work on me, man. She's got potential. I don't see it in her yet, though.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Kelly in the chat room, Big Swole fans.
Yeah.
She's like Charlotte. I didn't like Charlotte before. I thought Charlotte was a glorified gymnast. I think Big Swole has to have some more matches for me to for her to grow on me.
Same with me, but think of it this way: if you build her up correctly, her against Nyla Rose.
Oh no, I'm with it.
Would be fucking
if
great.
They build it correctly.
Yeah.
Correct, 100%. The weigh-in. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go first.
I remember so that they're building up to the weigh-in the whole night, and in my head I'm like, how the fuck are they going to do this where it's going to be different, blah, 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 going back. And I was just like, stupid weigh-in. We know what's going to happen. You know what? Not for nothing. They executed it pretty well.
Okay. Until.
Wow.
You got me bringing Gary Michael Capetta out.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of GMC. Always was.
Man, but his voice changed.
He's also 107 years old. Okay. That was one good thing. Here's the bad thing. And I even this is not because I hate Moxley, because I do hate Moxley. But you fucking headbutt him and legit hardway him. There was no need for it. In 2020, at a weigh-in, you're throwing a headbutt. Stupid move. I understand why you want to do it. I understand that you were face-to-face, nose-to-nose, head-to-head, whatever you want to call it. But you bust the guy's fucking nose open for a pay-per-view. Stupid move. Okay, I thought it was in poor taste. I thought it was a bad decision, and I was hoping they would have kicked his ass for real.
Well, you also kind of have to admit that that's probably Jericho's idea.
Again, it's if it was Jericho's idea, then I'll scale back on the Moxley thing. But
Yeah,
I doubt it was.
Because I'm listening. No way.
I'm listening to Busted Open. Yes,
Yeah.
This is where I disagree. The next day, Mark Henry and Bully Ray were doing Busted Open, and even Bully Ray was like, "Stupid fucking move on Moxley's part. There was no way Jericho was doing that." And like, again, like, I don't see a head. There's no logical for me in that particular sense. Like, if you're in a match or like, you're like heated, that's fine. But in a fucking weigh-in, like, come on, man. It was anticlimactic until it was okay until then. If you're gonna take a bump like that at a weigh-in, throw a bow, man.
Well,
throw a fist.
well,
use the scale.
And
that's what I would have did.
Well, Jericho did.
Yeah, I would have of course he did.
But once again, so now devil's advocate, but using AEW logic, a few weeks ago, Jericho tried to take his eye out with a spike.
Yeah, that and the whole champagne bottle. These are just things that the champagne bottle, unless it was prefabricated, I'm fine with it.
Oh, it was. Yeah, absolutely.
But the taking the eye out, I'm like, the eye
that's
patch.
what I'm saying. So that's why maybe that's why the headbutt maybe is necessary.
I hate agreeing with Bully Ray, but I agree with him too.
Yeah, I know how much you hate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I had to agree with him.
It didn't bother me that much. I mean, it didn't add to it. You knew they were going to go at it. I guess the idea, and once again, just spitballing, I guess the idea is that it was 5-on-1 at that point.
Right.
So he's got to get a shot in on somebody, that type of thing. Maybe that's the idea. Who the fuck knows? But in my opinion, there's no way something is happening like that and Jericho's not a part of it. He has to know. It was, if anything, probably his idea. That's my opinion.
Which leads us into tomorrow night, 8 p.m. from Chicago, Illinois.
Which I am upset. I'm not going to Elaine's house.
We're all upset. Actually, you're not coming because
Yeah.
we wanted you to come out there. My brother's actually making the trip. I found out this afternoon, so he's coming out there.
Sweet.
With us. So, you could still make it out there.
Yeah.
But you'll miss like the first match.
Yeah.
Technically you can. It's a little bit of a drive. So technically, if you wanted to, after you get out of jail,
Yeah.
yeah,
to my house.
it don't start till 8:00.
Yeah. Well,
So,
but they're not having like a pre-show or anything, right?
Yeah, like
No.
at 7:00. It's nonsense though.
Yeah.
So if you there's still a chance if you want to come out tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'll be in touch for sure.
Yeah. So definitely try to do that. All right. So Chicago, 8:00 start. This is the first their first of the decade. The first match is the Dark Order taking on SCU. I want to take Uno and Grayson because I think Daniels is the leader of the Dark Order.
Yeah, it's got to be the Dark Order. I agree. And we're going to speak for Choppy. I think Choppy's taking the Dark Order too.
Yeah. But I feel like they're gonna phase out Daniels with this team. I think Scorpio Sky is the next big star. So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna turn. I think he's gonna turn on them.
I think
Or be like possessed or some shit.
One thing that AEW has been doing a lot, which I kind of commend them for, is they've been throwing a lot of red herrings in.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think Daniels is a little too obvious. But once again, am I just seeing everything and I'm just like I'm working myself into it?
You're being a somewhat a responsible fucking broadcast journalist,
And
we're trying to train you to be.
I think Daniels, yes, it would make sense storyline wise. I don't know. I mean,
so you don't think that he's the? I think he's the leader. You don't think he's the leader, or he's involved?
I think he's going to be involved. I think he's going to be just a henchman, or you know, a second in command or whatever.
So we're on the same page, kind of.
Yeah, I'm saying Dark Order for the win. They have to win. They need to win.
Yeah, of course.
And I think Matt Hardy though. I love the idea of Matt Hardy.
I don't think so, man. I think you guys are all drinking that Kool-Aid.
I love the idea of Matt Hardy. I really do.
You know, I think you guys are all drinking that Matt Hardy Kool-Aid, that Omega Kool-Aid, the Omega Wrestling Kool-Aid.
Omega, yeah.
All right. Just added, like Jay mentioned before, Orange Cassidy taking on the Bastard Pack. What are you, tatted?
He tatted. We got Keys.
Keys and Caviard.
You can't. Listen, I want Orange Cassidy his first match. Obviously, we want him to win. There's no fucking way he's gonna win.
You don't think so?
He can't. There's no way. Not over.
I think he's gonna win with shenanigans, but I'll let you make the pick. But I think he's gonna win with shenanigans.
So you're gonna say Orange Cassidy?
We don't have to pick Orange Cassidy. We just add it to my.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Oh, here we go. No. We don't have to have a conversation. This is your baby. So if you want to go with Pac, I'll go with Pac. I'm letting you know. I think Cassidy.
But what kind of shenanigans?
Best friends, a fucking. A slip up or like a roll up or tight something. Cassidy is so over right now. I feel like it's almost like I think Pac's gonna have this bad streak of luck now after the whole,
that kind of does make sense.
That's AEW logic. I'm just thinking same thing. Cassidy doesn't need the win to be over. He's still over. Everybody thinks Pac is gonna murder Cassidy in chat room. So. You can pick Pac.
Let's go with Pac.
All right, you can go pick.
And then you can yell at me when I'm wrong.
Yell at you. I hope you show up tomorrow so I can yell at you. This match intrigues me because I'm Darby Allin is growing on me.
I love it. Dude, his entrance.
I know you're a Sammy Guevara guy.
Yeah.
So this is going to be rough, man. Because Sammy, without all the antics, he can legitimately go.
Yeah.
This is like their X division right now.
But I think Sammy is a great heel. I think, and same thing like I was going to say about Orange Cassidy. Like he can lose and not lose any of his steam.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to bury him. Like I said, I think they're going to do something with Darby. I think they're trying to just see, let's see it was because he got
test the waters a little bit.
Got a huge reaction on Wednesday.
Test the waters, yeah, that'd be fun.
I would say Darby. That would be
I'll go with Darby.
Darby, it is.
This one's a no-brainer for me anyway. The Dustin Rhodes taking on Jake Hager.
Yeah.
This is Jake Hager's first match.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a momentum. They got the whole MMA thing. They keep playing the videos of him.
I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to win with a low blow when the ref's not looking.
Low blow or like a choke or like a submission hold or some nonsense.
I say the same thing.
Dustin's in that position now where if he's not tagging with his brother, he's going to be the guy putting guys over.
Oh yeah.
So which is the right thing for him to do.
And he can still go.
This might be the match of the night if the tag team title match isn't coming correct, which it will be. But MJF versus Cody.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this might steal the show. MJF cashed out. He's not in any other feds anymore. He's AEW. Thick and
smart.
Through. Yeah,
very smart.
And I think the turn on Cody is what's gonna make the turn for him. I don't know if he'll beat Cody tomorrow. This might be the hardest one to pick. This is the hardest one for me to pick anyway.
Yeah, I want to say the same thing, only for the fact of that they I don't know, because MJF is just such a tried and true heel that he's gonna cheat to win. That's why I want to say MJF.
Okay. So we'll go with MJF, but I just want you to think about Cody and all the stuff he's had to endure. The cage match, the whipping. Why would you build him up and then have him job the MJF unless you're going to carry the story until...
I think the storyline's not done.
Okay, so we're good.
I mean, listen, it took us this long to get here. What, 3 months, 4 months to get to this point? I don't think it's going to end just yet. But yeah, you do bring up a good point.
I don't think Cody can lose at this point. I mean, maybe it'll continue, but I don't think he wins the fucking cage match. He takes the belt, the belt lashings.
Yeah.
He takes the verbal abuse. MJF abused his whole family.
Yeah.
Like
he did something. He did something on, I think on Twitter or something that was fucking hilarious. He like some kid was in a hospital bed and like just went full heel on this kid. And it was pretty bad. I got to pull up the picture. All right, yeah, you talked me into it. Let's do Cody.
Okay,
you talked me because you're right. Because why do all this work with getting him to the match?
And I feel like Cody's gonna have to win because his elite teammates are gonna have a hard time in this next match.
Oh yeah,
I feel like the elite is about to break up.
Yeah, well, this is exactly what's gonna happen now. Yeah,
so Omega and Paige are gonna defend against the Young Bucks. You know, I feel like Paige is ready to break out with his drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the Bucks are gonna get the upper hand, take advantage of Paige's stupidity, and they're gonna wind up winning the titles, but that's gonna break up her team.
I think it's gonna
crew.
I think it's gonna break up the crew, and I think it's gonna break up the team, and I think Kenny Omega goes heel. I'm still saying Omega's going heel.
That's fine. I'm with you until I don't know about Omega yet, but I'm with you with the so we're taking the Bucks?
I'm taking the Bucks, yeah.
Okay. But let's see how that turned out. You might be 100% right.
I think the Bucks are gonna have the belt for a little bit of a run. Not a monstrous run. They're not gonna book themselves to win everything, but I think they're gonna have a little run.
Nyla Rose, he's defending the title against Chris Statlander. I'm sorry, she. I still have a hard time with that because I feel like I don't know.
That's gonna get isolated.
I know. I know. She's gonna win. The Statlander chick though is pretty cool.
I like what's going on there. I like the gimmick. I don't know much about her except for what's on AEW. She's like an alien or whatever. I love the stuff that's on Being the Elite with her and
yes,
Orange Cassidy.
Correct.
I think they made a big deal with Nyla Rose, winning the belt.
They put the rocket ship on her.
Yeah, I think it could be
the only thing that's saving me from not giving her shit for doing the whole gender thing, because technically she's still a man. I mean, genetically still a man, is that she can wrestle. Yeah. If she couldn't wrestle and they were given that whole gender thing,
she can
go.
She can go, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I was saying about like Big Swole before. Like you can tell a really good story to get her over.
100%.
And
100%.
But like I said, I think Nyla's gonna win. I think she's got it. Like you're not gonna do all this stuff to get her the belt. Same thing we were saying about Cody or whatever. Like I'm looking at it in that light. Like you're not gonna do all this stuff and then have a 2-week run with the belt.
No, I agree. And this makes me happy because I was picking Jericho to beat Moxley, but now I'm really picking Jericho to beat Moxley because Lance Archer's on his way in.
Yeah.
And they have unfinished business.
Yeah. I think
so I feel like either he'll join the Inner Circle or he's
gonna be a mercenary.
Correct.
He's gonna be the mercenary.
Correct.
Oh, I there's no doubt in my mind Jericho's winning. I mean, I think because he's too good as the champion right now. I mean, I understand giving somebody else the belt. I understand that logic. But Jericho is too good right now as a champion. And you can't let it. The company's only been around for 4 or 5 months.
Right.
So I think give him a nice run. Let him, like I said, you can have a half-hour match with Moxley. Archer comes in, does some things.
So we're picking Jericho.
I'm saying Jericho, yeah.
Now, guys, I know we're picking making predictions because we're doing a points thing with the Shining Wizards. Shining Wizards, Tony, if you're still in the chat room, I have not listened to the Zicky Dice interview yet. I haven't listened to Monday's show yet. I'm still catching up on podcasts this week. Can you post your picks, or we'll have to just listen to the podcast, take the picks like that?
Yeah.
But, of course, obviously, always listen to the Shining Wizards every Monday at 7 p.m. on the rant. And so far, we're winning, I think, still.
Not by much.
Not by much, but we're winning. That'll make Choppy happy. That'll make Choppy happy.
And Matt unhappy.
And Matt unhappy. Correct. And anything else news-wise? Anything else that's in the news that we want to talk about before we take a break and go do our kick-ass throwback tonight?
No, I think nothing of at least jumping out.
All right.
We had a pretty exciting first half.
Yes, we want to thank Double A, Tony C, and Surfer from The Rant to call in. Like I said, you listen to The Rant every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on rantemradio.com. And they'll have the eulogy of The Fiend.
I can't wait to listen to that.
Yeah, Tony's out of his mind. And I hope they make the Florida. Well, they're already in Florida, but I hope they make it to Tampa to see those guys. It's always a good time when the Rant guys come on the show. I make so many appearances on their show, they hardly come on our show anymore. So
they're almost tired of you, I guess.
I mean, no, I'm not on that much, but
I am.
Every couple of months I pop on and it's a fun. If I'm home from work on a Tuesday night, I always try to call in.
I was just amazed by this Discord thing or something.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking deal.
No
it's a
idea
fucking
what it
deal,
is.
man. It's a deal. All this, it's just nonsense. All of it's nonsense. Anyway, but thank you guys. Thank you. The chat room was hopping tonight, so thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you very much.
We have a cool throwback. I'm just sad Choppy's not here to hang out with us to do this.
Finally, some good WCW, and Choppy's not here to see it.
He's been giving me shit by picking very bad WCW pay-per-views. I finally picked one that's actually 30 years old this week on Flair's birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
He was only 51. No, he was 41, right? No, he was 30 years ago.
We'll look it up. Yeah,
whatever. I'm terrible.
41, I think.
You're the math guy.
40.
I'm terrible in math.
41, I think.
So, what's up, Thomas? Thanks for joining us tonight, Mr. Garcia. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's plug our friends, and we'll be right back. We're listening to the Turnbuckle Throwbacks, and we're live. We'll be right back there. Take it away, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Okay, let's give this a try. The Shining Wizards is a funny wrestling podcast. No. The Shining Wizards is an insightful wrestling podcast. How about this? The Shining Wizards is a great wrestling podcast that airs live Monday nights at 7 p.m. East on rantemradio.com and Rant Entertainment Media on the TuneIn app. Of course, it's available on all podcasting platforms. I think that covers it. To check us out, go over to shiningwizards.com and get ready to join us for some wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
I don't know. All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
In a world where Hollywood tries to tell you how to live while doing the exact opposite, where fresh ideas are tossed away for a cash grab reboot, where the media has become nothing but propaganda and freedom is traded for what they tell you is security and safety, there is Inconclusive Breakdown, your weekly look at current events and entertainment with no political correct BS. Just news and uncensored opinions everywhere you get podcasts. A proud member of the Shining Wizards Network.
Horns up, beautiful motherfuckers. Radioactive Metal is here on the Shining Wizards Network, and we want you to listen.
Every week, we cover the world of heavy metal and speak to your favorite bands.
We discuss new releases, concerts, controversies, and everything else that's related to heavy metal.
And occasionally, we even talk about pro wrestling.
Catch us live every Thursday night on purerockradio.net.
Listen to past episodes at radioactivemetal.org or at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
And remember, it's not metal unless it's radioactive metal.
Hey, this is Mike from the Midnight Jury. When you are done with this show, join my co-hosts Adam, Cal, Sydney, and I every Friday as we travel back to the last old school generation of the 80s and 90s to review the best and worst in pop culture, horror, and occasionally pro wrestling on WLWstudios.com or the Midnight Jury feeds on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Player FM. Go back in time when it was all about VHS, arcades, and hanging out at the mall. And remember that every second Saturday of the month, we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rant EM Radio, which includes taking your calls. Once again, that's the Midnight Jury on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, and our home, WLWstudios.com. We'll see you there.
This is Ed Zara listening to Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass Choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. How you doing?
Wrestle War 90 is about to go down. Ric Flair, the champ, testament to biology meets Sting, the dream of entomology. Lex Luger, the belt is Holy Grail quest. Is scheduled for an operation on Dr. Death. Road warriors, survivors from a place time forgot. Plan to reduce skyscrapers to parking lots. The Steiners, they're brothers, they wrestle as one. But they do not scare the brothers and the son. Wrestle War 90, a wild thing to see. Available through your cable company. Pay-per-view, excitement from THE, going down the 25th of February.
Wild thing. Wild thing. Wild thing. Wild thing.
You are crazy. That is fucking awesome.
You're very white.
Oh, that is so good.
I'm a hip hop connoisseur, so I can't really back that.
1990 was a great year.
No, 90 was a great year, Jay, but not for Wrestle War rap.
Oh, Turner Home Entertainment was so white.
Oh, you think so? What's up, fucking Ronnie from the Nerdport? Fucking Ronnie joining us. Ronnie and his crew every Wednesday night. I think it's 7 or 7:30 on the Nerdport. They're on Twitch, I think, and I don't know what else. Whatever platform they're on. Ronnie, just plug your shit if you need to. I listen on the way home. That's all I know. All right, let's get into our... Are you ready for our throwback?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And now, here is your Throwback of the Week, sponsored by the Shining Wizards Network and Rant EM Radio.
Oh, Choppy, you're missing a good one
Yeah,
tonight.
it's definitely a good one.
All right, we're kicking this back to February 25th, 1990.
Yeah.
From Horseman Country.
Greenville.
Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah, Greensboro Coliseum. 9,894 paid. Your commentators were Jim Ross and the legendary Terry Funk, who I'll get into in a second. For Wrestle War 1990, The Wild Thing.
The Wild Thing.
The Wild Thing. Yeah.
It was so bad.
The buy rate was 1.6. That's
bad.
not bad, man. 1,600,000.
Not
If my
bad.
math, if my choppy math is correct,
I think that's right.
I think that's my choppy math, right? This was a good match.
It was like I said, it was a good show. What did Terry Funk keep calling Jim Ross? Jimbo Diddley Ross?
Jimbo Diddley. I gotta say, and this is why I get Terry Funk. I mean, I'm a Terry Funk guy, but him as a face commentator, I was almost like, oh God, ooh. I was like, ew.
Yeah, well, because the only thing that sucked about it is because him and Flair had the match.
That's what
a matter of months earlier.
So today I'm in the apartment and I'm washing my delicates and I'm sweeping the floors and me and Augie are sitting there having a good day and I looked at Augie. I'm like, this is just fucking terrible.
Yeah,
like I couldn't invest my emotion in the commentary with Terry Funk because he was like pro.
He was putting them over big time.
Yeah, like he just got done beat up on Ric Flair a couple months before, And I don't know, it was weird, man. It was fucking weird.
But but all in all, like he wasn't bad as a commentator for the other matches. Like he wasn't bad at all. Like at least like being, I guess, a color guy or what have you. Like in my opinion, like he actually, it must have been hard for him to be in that Terry Funk voice for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Because when you hear him talk in interviews, like he's very soft spoken, like when he's not in character, but like when he's in character, he's got like that deep growl going. Like he was doing that the whole night.
Yes, Ronnie, I was correct. It's twitch.tv/thenerdport. They do a movie podcast on Mondays and sports every Wednesday.
Oh shit!
At 7:05, they do turn of time, and they might go back to 8:05 to do work. So just support those guys. They're good boys, and I've known them for a long time, and that's it. Give them some love. And all right, so I just couldn't invest, man. I really tried. I did.
Yeah.
But hot crowd, 1990. This was the turning point. WCW. Turner had just bought the company. Jim Herr was in.
Well, like I said, Funk said quite a few times NWA, and
Well, it's still technically NWA.
Yeah.
The official merge, they didn't break off from the NWA until 1991. If my memory serves,
I think that's right.
I could be wrong, guys. Please, if I'm wrong, please call me out on it. I don't mind being called out. I'm doing this by memory. But this was I enjoyed this very, very
Me too.
much.
Same here.
And this is another one of those pay-per-views that I didn't watch since I had the network. So, good stuff. I enjoyed it, and I remember watching this. I was in high school. I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, which I couldn't believe it. I was like, "This is so good." All right, your first match was you look at it now, and it's pretty significant. I'll tell you why in a minute. But Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, rest in peace, one of the best hardcore wrestlers of his age, of his era, I should say. Keep teaming up with Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah,
they should have been tag team regularly.
Yeah, which I'm surprised. I mean, I'm assuming they were earlier, in the '80s or what have you. But at this point, I think this was the last time that they fought too.
So, just a little thing on Buzz Sawyer. He was huge in the early '80s. He was a major heel in the Georgia territory. He feuded with Tommy Rich, the whole final conflict thing. Yeah. I mean,
last war,
yeah,
last battle.
We'll cover that when I get all the footage. But
the Battle of Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a deal. And if you got the magazines back then, man, it was probably one of the bloodiest feuds ever in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So, and we all know Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah. Well, what was weird is that he's positioned as a heel here, whereas a few weeks prior at Clash of Champions 10, he was in the main event as a babyface team.
He was also booking it too at this time for a while.
Was Sawyer?
I believe. No, not Sawyer. Sullivan.
Sullivan and
Sawyer,
and Flair. Flair was definitely.
Sawyer could make his mind up.
Yeah, no.
So.
God, no. I know Flair was booking.
Legitimately nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Also in Mid-South. He's one of the, he was part of the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
With Matt Bourne, DiBiase, Dugan. Against the Dynamic Dudes, Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas.
Oh.
Which was their last time teaming up together.
That's who it was their last time teaming up.
Yeah. Not a bad match.
No, it wasn't.
All these guys believe it or not, all these guys can work.
Yeah.
And I think WCW, for their credit, the NWA at this time, always put a really good opening curtain jerker card. Opening to a good. They always opened up with a
hot match,
and they kept that going.
They kept and especially
into Nitro years.
Yeah, especially with
the cruiserweights and whatever. So I mean that you can hang your hat on that, which I thought was pretty cool.
But yeah, like I said, I thought this match was good. I mean, it's just you look at it now, with past eyes, it's just the Dynamic Dudes were I guess it's if you're in 1990, they're the super babyface cool team, but you know how Shane Douglas is. He must have been fucking just pissed off. He's like, this is the fucking gimmick you gotta give me.
Well, he was also a world tag team champion too.
Yeah.
And then within 3 years he becomes the NWA champion.
Yeah.
So this is the coming out of
stepping stone.
And we all know Johnny Ace broke his he made his bones in Japan.
Yeah.
In all Japan. And he was just a very, very successful tag team wrestler. Do your homework. Johnny Ace is not a bad wrestler. He's not just people power.
Yeah, he was super over in Japan.
Yeah,
teamed with Hansen and
he teamed up with everybody in Japan. It was that kind of party.
But like you said, he's sitting here. He's the white meat baby face. It's there's no need because he doesn't have that kind of charisma to pull it off. Per se. At least at that time, when his heel stuff and. In WWE later on was actually pretty good, but this match, like I said, all in all, Buzz Sawyer is just fucking monster.
I tell you, do your homework, man.
Yeah,
do some Mid-South, do some Georgia. He's really good. Man.
I watched, like I said, Clash of Champions 10 because I wanted to see where Sting got hurt, and you could see
when he fell off the cage.
Yeah, you could see he was almost even leading into the cage. It looked like as he was jumping up.
Yeah, that was a big blow to him.
But I remember just like saying, I was like, wow, fucking Buzz Sawyer's a fucking heel here. Like he was a baby face here, and then a heel. You know, he was in the main event in Clash of Champions, and then he fucking opened up the match. And
that happened a lot with mid card guys in territory days because they want to get around the card. Everybody wants to get a payday, and it is what it is. But good opening match, 10 minutes, 15 seconds. Buzz and Kevin Sullivan get the win.
Yeah, with a terrible looking splash.
With a terrible looking splash. Yeah. Your next match, unless you have any more notes.
No, that's it.
Okay. The newly faced Norman the Lunatic breaking away from Teddy Long. Norman the Lunatic, he was Maka Singh in Stampede. Against a very young Cactus Jack Manson, who was being managed by Kevin Sullivan at this time.
Yeah, was being
groomed.
I guess like would you say what did he say, like not a consultant, but like a consultant like type of thing.
Yeah. Just in his ear.
Yeah.
And we all know Mick Foley really, this is where he started to break his bones in the business because
and almost literally
because he would throw his body out there constantly and progressively he gets into matches with Sting and Max Payne and
well, like I said,
the
same
Nasty
thing.
Boys.
Same thing. A few weeks prior to this, he had a match with Mil Mascaras and fucking just did an ST plunge off the fucking
and
apron.
didn't have to, but because Mil Mascaras isn't going to give you any kind of hardcore death match. He's a fucking luchador, for Christ's sake. He's 107 years old at that point as well.
Yeah, and but even this match, like you said, like you could see, I mean, Norman the Lunatic, it wasn't a bad worker. He knew what he had to do. I mean, he was a bigger guy. He used what he had to his advantage, and Cactus Jack was just bumping around for him, like just in a great way too, because it gave that good back and forth struggle. I don't know how long was the match. It was every bit of 8 to 10 minutes.
What, that match?
Yeah,
it was 9 minutes 33 seconds. Yeah.
And he took a hell of a bump though on the outside, which it's so funny. Like everybody wants to talk, like all the old school guys, the Cornettes and whoever. Like nobody sells today. Nobody sells. Well, Cactus Jack in 1990 took a fucking backdrop on the cement when nobody ever did it before.
He did all the time.
Yeah, he did it all the time. But he literally got up and climbed over the fucking guardrail and like went back into the ring. So like. You could say what you want about no selling or not selling. Like, I mean, that's just something I took away from it. I'm the biggest Mick Foley fan that's out there.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but,
this is right up your wheelhouse. So.
And like I said, I mean, who didn't see him? Norman wins with the old, well, not old, but when that was his finishing move as Bastion Booger, when he would sit on their, sit on their fucking chest.
Yeah, of course.
But I liked it.
Now the next match is a long-standing rivalry. I didn't think it was. What was cool about this is, well, what I hate about it is the network, with the music rights.
Yeah.
Because hold on a second, I'll pull this up. But I like Jimmy Cornette. Fucking hype. Jimmy Cornette did such a good job in the promo.
Yeah.
Like plugging this because you have to understand these guys have been fighting each other for like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know.
I've only seen a handful of,
but I'm pissed off because hold on a second, because I want to hear this. I don't want to hear the fucking made up WWE Network music.
Yeah, it does take away from it, and. Yeah, but now, what you're missing is like
there's a distinct thing with that. It's like fucking you like this shit.
And but I've only seen a handful of Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express. Whatever's floating around on YouTube or what have you. I've seen a handful of them. A few Dennis Condrey ones as well, and But man, Jim Cornette as a fucking heel manager,
100%.
If you want to point out to something from this show that's missing from today, it is exactly that. It is everybody hated him, but when he came through the curtain, you were like, I fucking hate this guy, but I know I'm going to be entertained.
You felt the same way about Bobby Heenan too.
Yes.
Like those
Yes.
guys. I don't think anybody does it like them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, especially the stuff with the referee, like it you insert a little bit of comedy into a serious thing where it's still, it doesn't take away from the match. Maybe it doesn't add to it per se, but it definitely does not subtract from it.
Yeah. So at this point, there was there's this rivalry going on, and every couple of years they bring it back. At this point, both teams combined for 6 tag team championships.
Awesome.
This is from like 85 to 90. So in a 5-year span, you had 6 title reigns between the two teams. The Express won it two times.
Yeah.
Once with Condrey and Lane, Condrey and Bobby Eaton, and then once with Stanley and Bobby Eaton.
Mhm.
And Rock and Roll Express won it. I think at that point they won it 3 more times. It was 9 times altogether.
Yeah.
Recently they had just won it. So insane. I didn't realize how long this match was, so I read the results online. 23 minutes and 29 seconds. That's how you do it.
But long, yes, but it wasn't. Look at your phone. Look at your watch.
No.
It
you were
was
invested.
and it told the story.
Yeah, I put the clothes down. I sat down. I'm like, all right. This is
Hindsight being what it is now, and we know the formula between the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton gets in there, gets his ass kicked, sells, and then Robert Gibson comes in, and gets the big fucking shine and all this whatever. A year or two into it being a tag team, do you not just say to Ricky, like, hey, listen, Ricky, I'm going to start the match because there's no need. I'm going to try to win this really quick.
Well, yes and no, because at this point, as a performer, you're with somebody for so long, and it's like almost you're in a band. You know this for a fact. You're the backbone of the band. If you and your bass player are killing it in tune, which is rare.
Yeah.
If you're a drummer, you know this.
Yeah.
Right. Your bass player should be in tune with you.
Yeah. Well, me and him. Well, we actually always have a very funny story. We played a show a few years ago in the city, and the guitar player Joey stepped on the cord and unplugged. He either stepped on the cord or something happened.
I see where this is going.
And we already started the song. So me and Frankie, we were sitting there. We looked at each other. We just go, well, we're gonna keep playing. We already started. We're not just gonna stop.
Right.
So it's like, so then Joey's like trying to stop. No. And I looked at it, I was like, dude, we're gonna keep doing the same thing. You get in whenever there's time to fucking get in.
Right.
So like I see what you're saying.
So my point is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
If you have a backbeat, a backbone, a backstory to it, don't. I mean,
yeah.
This was Rick, and I call it the Ricky Morton hot. I always call it the Ricky Morton. You guys always say, how many times have I said this guy's the Ricky Morton of the team?
Oh yeah.
This guy's the Ricky Morton of the match.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He tells the story. He gets his ass kicked terribly.
Yeah.
Makes the hot tag. Here comes Robert Gibson. He comes in, back body drops one guy, fucking punches the other guy, take a shot at the manager.
Yeah.
He's going back and forth. Then Ricky takes his wind, gets it, comes in.
Yeah.
Double drop kick. Best double drop kick in the business at that point.
Yeah.
And then they handle their business. And they finish the match.
Like I said, especially now this match, like I said, they've been feuding for how long? And
what's up, JT?
And it's 1990, and they're still putting on 4-star.
Right.
It was a toss up for me between this and I love the Steiner brothers against
we'll get it down
and the Andersons. But this was the second match of the night. I mean, to me, this was the match of the night until I seen the match of the night.
Yeah.
So but I loved it. And God, fucking Bobby Eaton throws the best fucking punch.
Oh yeah.
He is top three. I would say, as guys that could throw a punch, man, that motherfucker just it just looked so good.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying it's
so believable.
It was that kind of party, man. It was pretty cool.
It's fun, like I said, and the same thing. Cornette just comes in and adds to it. He interferes, and it just gets fucking heat. Just no matter what he does, he always gets heat. So. And I think they ended up winning on. It was a double flapjack that it was a miscue. I think that's how it won. And then Hoot Gibson gets the victory.
Yep. Welcome back, JT. JT was messaging me on the original. We had the video feed going for on my regular page.
Yeah.
He was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "No, I just tagged him and it's coming here. I was just testing it out." Anyway, welcome to the page. No, good match. This went 23 minutes, 29 seconds. It was good, man.
Yeah.
It was really, really. I enjoyed this so much. I'm a tag team mark, man. I can't even.
Can't say enough. And then it's funny because it's a lost art now. The idea of the heels distracting, the referee, and then just doing some stuff behind the back, and using the OG golly babyface to come in. It's so easy to distract them. Like it's a lost art to kind of pull that reaction out of the audience. So to see it masterfully done is actually really, really cool.
Yeah, it was a fun match. Just got the Meltzer 4 1/4 star actually.
There you go
for the match. All right. So a little backstory on the next match. This is a Chicago Street Fight. The Road Warriors were in the heated. By the way, before I get into anything else, all the face wrestlers were wearing armbands for Sting because Sting had gotten hurt.
That's right.
So every promo you see the guys wearing the armbands. Steiner's wore it, the Road Warriors wore it. The Road Warriors were in a heated feud with the Skyscrapers, which was at that point Mark Callis and Danny Spivey.
Yeah.
Danny Spivey got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they had a replacement who was Mean Mike Enos.
Yeah.
Now, Mike Enos from the match that Scott Hall interfered in.
And that's on not that unfortunately, I should say, but that's what he's known for. Yeah, and he had a long career.
Here's a Phil Ray, a fun fact. Mike Enos, at the time of this match, was the AWA champion with Wayne the Train Bloom.
Yeah.
And they were called the Destruction Crew,
yeah.
a.k.a. the Beverly Brothers.
Well, that's why he had to work underneath the mask and everything.
That's right, because he was technically still champion over there. So, so it is what it is. Yeah, no, we had the light on today. We didn't turn the light off.
Oh shit!
That's why it doesn't look like it used to be. I don't care. I
forgot about that.
We were so worried about getting the camera right. I just figured at this point, let it go. I don't want to mess anything up. And so far, we're doing good. So, all right.
This match was good. It was like a Texas Tornado tag, and
yeah. And of course, Teddy Long had told Gordon Soley prior that he had gotten an insurance policy.
Yeah,
which was
Doom coming out.
Ron Simmons, Butch Reed.
Yeah,
I love their music. But fun match nonetheless. I like the Road Warriors promo. They're wearing their Zubaz gear.
Yeah.
So they were really.
If my Zubaz were dirty, I was gonna wear it in honor. I was gonna wear my Zubaz and then I was gonna wear a black armband around my arm
for Sting. Yeah.
For Sting. Yeah.
All right. Well, next time we
tearing his ACL.
You can wear it for the Great American Bash.
Yeah.
In July we do our anniversary show.
Yep.
That's our throwback this year.
Can't wait.
Yeah. No, I can't wait either. The U.S. Tag Team Championship was defended with Flying Brian and the Z-Man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Against the Fabulous Freebirds, Jimmy Jam Garvin and Michael P.S. Hayes.
Like I said, so I've been on a little bit of a UWF, Mid-South kick.
Thank God.
I fucking
right.
Anything. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm becoming a huge Michael Hayes fan now, but God, anything he does, I'm just fucking all in.
I'll never see you wrong, brother. I told you, Mid-South was the way to go.
I am all in on the Freebirds.
The knock on Michael Hayes was that he wasn't really a great wrestler, but he didn't have to be.
You didn't? No, you didn't.
He had a fucking a left hook at one point. Did you see that hook? That Funk kept saying it was a right hook.
Yeah.
Jim's like, no, it's left. No, it's right. No, it's left. And because Terry Funk was legitimately making reference of how great he could punch.
Yeah.
And truth be told, Michael Hayes did throw a good punch to a great DDT.
Yeah, but I think the story with the punch is actually kind of funny too, because I've heard a few guys say like, oh, there's the famous Michael Hayes punch where it's like, but he used to like, I heard he used to just potato guys.
Yeah,
all the time.
Well, that was the beauty of it. That was
he used to just
that was the beauty of it.
But yeah, like I said, and then I didn't notice about Jimmy Garvin, but like he retired like 91, 92.
He stepped away, and
just walked away.
If you get a chance, and I think I mentioned this to you guys a couple of months ago, to watch his shoot interview.
Oh yeah, I never
He
did.
talks about that.
Yeah, I never did.
It's all like money and bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's all really money, because he had offers and allegedly wrestlers get really really bitter in their old age.
Yeah.
But I'm a Jimmy Garvin guy. I love Jimmy Garvin.
Yeah.
I loved him with Precious in Texas. I liked him in the AWA with Steve Regal, Mr. Electric Steve Regal, not William Regal.
Yeah.
I liked him. I've always liked Jimmy Garvin. Jimmy Garvin was technically always a free bird, but
behind the scenes. Yeah.
Right. So this made sense. The makeup and the hair thing that kind of
I listen, that
was
Michael
for
Hayes.
time. Yeah,
That's
that was Michael Hayes doing the whole rock thing.
Yeah.
And,
And like I said, they much along the same lines as Cornette. Hayes knew how to get heat.
And you want to talk about heat, Freebird heat, white heat. Everybody goes ooh and ah over Chris Jericho doing his own fucking theme music, which is good. This motherfucker was the first to do it.
Yeah.
He was the first guy to come out to music.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Bad Street song.
He came out to Freebird before that, though.
Oh yeah.
Skinner, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you asked him, he was the first guy to have.
No, he was the first guy that came out to music.
There's a few guys that say that.
But I mean, he gets back though. The Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich talks about it in the documentary. So does Greg Gagne.
I heard JYD was one of the first.
JYD did it Mid-South, but it was Michael Hayes who started doing it first.
But and like I said, I mean, now they're fighting the Steiner brothers, not the Steiner brothers, Flying Brian and Tom Zank, where it's like, and it's funny because you got they're perfect, Jimmy Garvin and Hayes are perfect antagonists for this because there's super babyface tag team,
Yeah.
So and like I said, I mean, I was always, it's funny, like Tom Zank was one of the first tag teams I remember with Rick Martel in WWF when they were the Can-Am Connection. And so like it's funny, like I always like remember that about Tom Zank. Like I remember his run in WCW as well.
Well, my favorite Tom Zank moment you'll find out in July because he gets destroyed. And I was the only one in the living room at my friend's house that knew who his opponent was, and I marked hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, Z-Man will die tonight. And he did. So he died later on in real life after that though.
Yeah.
But this match, again, another tag team match that went on for almost 25 minutes, 24 minutes, 32 seconds. But like, again, just action packed, back and forth, hot tags. Like, you had all the drama, the ref bumps.
Yeah.
You had all the drama, and you had, the face team coming back and fighting, scraping. They were getting killed by the veterans, and these guys came back and took.
And like I said, and Pillman was another one. Just a perfect. It's the same thing. Ricky Morton-esque.
He was
selling.
doing Ricky Morton, yeah.
Yeah, and he had the great facial expressions to go along with it. Like he was just a perfect. And then, like I said, Pillman's more of a high flyer than Zank was, but Zank can do his business as well.
Yeah.
So I liked it. Like I said, I mean, it was nothing like the Rock and Roll Express Midnight Express match.
No, but it
was good for what it was.
Yeah,
for what it was.
It was a good match, and they retained the United States Tag Team title. Now the next match was the Sting revenge match because everybody's getting the Horsemen in storyline took out Sting.
Yep.
Ole Anderson comes back into the fold. Arn Anderson is the current TV champion. The new Minnesota Wrecking Crew rejoins.
Yep.
The Four Horsemen are back in a sense against Rick and Scott Steiner, who are probably at this point the best team in skill wise.
Yeah.
In WCW and WA.
Like I said, Sting was a part of the Four Horsemen earlier in the month.
And they kicked him out.
They kicked him out, and then that was.
I warned you.
Yep.
I warned you.
Excellent. So, like I said, that was at Clash of the Champions 10.
Correct.
And excellent promo by fucking.
Oh my God.
Holy.
You're done.
Fucking yep.
Always like you're done.
Yep.
You're not a horseman no more. That's it.
Yeah. It's like and it's just excellent fucking mic work. And and then he ends up, I think it was tearing his ACL or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And but this match, so once again, same thing. I haven't seen really a lot of Ole Anderson matches. Like, I've seen a handful, stuff that the
him
main
and Gene, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, him and
yeah.
On, him and Flair.
The main ones I've seen. Like
Yeah,
this was
man.
just I remember just seeing this, like, man, fucking Ole is fucking awesome.
I know. If he wasn't a fucking old bitter racist.
Yeah, if you could like I said, you could see where Arn Anderson gets his demeanor and
Oh, yeah.
especially in the ring, like you said, and I think he says it on his podcast where he's like, oh, going up and down the road with Ole, like I think he didn't drive with him that much, but he says when he did, like, he learned a lot of. And he goes, how do you not learn? You're standing on the apron looking at Ole Anderson, and you could see him looking at Scott and just telling him, hit me again.
Classic throwback wrestling, no pun intended, obviously,
Yeah.
but they work on the body part.
Yeah.
The quick tags, cutting the ring off.
Yeah.
Beefing with the ref without a manager. It worked with them. And then you had the power and finesse of the Steiners.
Yeah.
You had the grunt, who's Rick, the older brother. Scotty was the fast, fucking beefy, the muscle of the crew. And they just worked. And, they made a reference to being brothers. Terry Funk did, because him and his brother were amazing as a team. And they were both world champions as well. So they made the whole brother thing, and they played it off like the Andersons were brothers. They were really not, but obviously we know better. But they made that reference. However, I can tell you that seeing this as a fan of that era, of the Crockett era, this is just a throwback to the Crockett era.
Yeah. If you wanted to explain somebody the difference between WWF, old school WWF, and Jim Crockett, WCW, NWA, whatever you want to say, you would show them this pay-per-view,
right?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
like
of course.
This would be one of them that you would show them, because, and Jim Ross laid mention to it quite a few times during the broadcast. He's
right,
like, the hard hitting style, like this is what WCW, this is what NWA it does, like that. So he's like, they knew what the difference was. It wasn't cartoony per se.
Correct.
Even though later on in the year it gets a little cartoony, but this was good. And then, like, talking about like Bobby Eaton punches, like Rick Steiner was no fucking slouch either. Like
another Mid-South guy,
legitimate fucking these things, and they look like they
haymakers.
Yeah,
100%.
Like I said, to me this was it was a toss up for me again with the Rock and Roll Express match. Like this, I loved this match. I loved the psychology, because, like you said, I'm a tag team fan as well.
Yeah,
and this idea of it was what I liked, more up my alley.
16 minutes 5 seconds. The Steiners retain the World Tag Team Championship. I mean, you're all considered the NWA. This is still considered the NWA, by the way.
Yeah.
And here we go. Another match. Well, Sting was supposed to be in this match.
Yeah.
Legitimately. He got hurt legitimately. So they scrambled. Lex Luger, at the time, U.S. champion. Come to find out, he is the longest reigning U.S. champion. Had 2 reigns, I think, 2 or 3 reigns. But I think if you check the record books, he is the longest reigning U.S. champion.
Okay.
So he kind of carried that mantra, because, again, guys coming in and out. Luger did the same thing a couple of years down the line, but this was a perfect opportunity for him to step in and basically take one for Sting, because Sting should have been champion tonight, and he.
Well, that was going to be my question.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say it at the end, but, like, do you think if Sting was in this, because they said it was supposed to be Luger against Dr. Death, which would have been a great
Dr.
match.
Death was hurt, yeah.
Yeah. No, Dr. Death.
Dr. Death was he wasn't hurt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sting was. Sting
was hurt.
They just inserted.
They just inserted him. Yeah.
And but
yeah, he would have been. If you asked me if he should have been champion, yes.
I mean, would he have won at this point, or would he have lost and then?
He probably would have lost it at Great American Bash.
Ah, so they would have flipped
like a Luger heel turn or something. Because at that point,
Luger was a heel at this point, a heelish.
Yeah,
he was heelish at this point.
I couldn't stand him because he couldn't make up his fucking mind.
Yeah, he was heelish at this point, and
Sting, you brought Sting out in the crutches, and this was a legit injury. But it worked out though.
Yeah,
because by the time you get to Great American Bash, you get new players. You get Stan Hansen. You get Sid Vicious comes back. You get Barry Windham back.
Yeah.
You get Vader. You get an influx of guys coming in. The Steiners are still there. Flair's on his way out again.
Yeah.
Because him and Jim Herd, they want him to shave his head.
Yeah. Well, I think at this pay-per-view, I think Ric Flair gave up the book. He gave his notice not to leave. He didn't want to be the booker
anymore. Yeah.
So and and I don't think his book. I think his booking kind of gets looked over every now and then.
I think it depends on who you talk to.
Yeah,
because guys will, if it's like being a musician. This. I keep making a musician reference, but it's like there are guys and girls who can write amazing songs. they just can't fucking play him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, without a doubt.
So
Yeah.
like that, it looks good on paper.
I can even say, like, at least in my experience, like I have trouble writing a song. But I'm decent at taking an idea and steering it down the right area.
Right. So if you're a booker, like Dusty was a booker for a long time, and he learned that from the Grams. But like, when you guys come in and out, it was hard to keep a book tight because you had guys constantly rotating into the territories.
Yeah.
So now what do? Like, but at this point, even though there was no guaranteed contracts, quote unquote, guys stayed there a little longer because of what was going on.
Yeah.
So this being no different, all you're doing now is just, filling in for injuries.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, so I that was going to be the question I was going to ask. Like if he would have won, I would have thought that he would have lost Horseman interference, heat.
Maybe
still get
maybe I'm just convinced Sting would have won.
Yeah,
because he got hurt, and I think they did an audible.
Yeah.
Here's the amazing part about this match. Luger has fought Sting and Flair a bunch of times.
Yeah.
We all know I'm not a big Lex Luger guy, right?
Yeah.
But I will tell you that this is one of those instances where Flair really didn't carry him per se. I think Luger was actually really good in this match. This match went almost 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude. And you don't know that until you read the results. And I'm like, like the Rock and Roll Express match. And I think that the Sting dynamic being there and the Horsemen being around and the whole rally behind Sting, the Road Warriors, the Steiners, that vibe, and then Sting fucking smacking him in the face.
Yeah, that was good.
And you see Lex like, I don't think Lex was. I think Lex was expecting a pep talk.
Yeah.
I didn't think he didn't think that Sting was going to smack him in the face.
And it's great storytelling.
Oh man, it was so. I was like,
especially at that point.
Excited.
Yeah.
Listen, for me to get excited like that, like at my age, for this shit, like,
and
come on,
30
man.
years later,
and you see it, like,
But that's the beauty of it. Is like it was funny. I was actually watching it today, and
so was
my old man came over, and he was just like, oh shit, I haven't seen Lex Luger in years.
Yeah, now he's in a wheelchair doing ministries,
and he's and it's funny, he's my old man's age, and so we were sitting there talking. So I was like telling him about it, the same thing. He's like, wow. He goes, yeah. And then he was asking me questions. He's like, well, who's that guy? I was like, oh, that's Sting. He's like, oh, who's that guy? I was like, that's Arn Anderson. He goes, oh yeah, Arn Anderson. I remember him.
I remember that guy.
Yeah.
But back to you.
But I think, yes, I think Luger came to work this day and held his
own.
He held his own. I think if anybody ever says that Ric Flair is not the greatest professional wrestler of all time, I think you show him this match and go, this is why he's the best.
Show him the stuff with Steamboat a couple months before that.
I'm not even saying obviously that as well, but I'm saying because he can take a Lex Luger, make him look like $1 million. And once again, and like you said, I think the stars aligned just perfectly.
Yeah.
Luger was just motivated and whatever, because this wasn't their first match either. They had the match a year and a half prior.
At Great American Bash.
88.
88.
Yeah. So like they had
fought in
prior,
Chicago, and the match always ended in shenanigans.
Yeah, much.
The blood, the Athletic Commission in Baltimore, or the count out or disqualification.
Yeah, but like I said, and it's funny. So one thing I will say, is that Flair is a master at this. I mean, the only move that they really kind of repeated was the Gorilla Press Slam, which I thought was impressive. To do a 40-minute match and not have any kind of moves repeat is an art in itself.
Well, how about this? And I don't want to compare now to then because it's apples and oranges, but how many guys have you seen, or face wrestlers, or the I don't know, tweeners, whatever you want to call them now? How many guys you see now get disqualified or get counted out in a big match, and didn't make them look as good as Luger did coming out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Because it's I think it says like it's like we were saying about even like Super SmackDown or what have you, where you can have like Ricochet. In my opinion, he didn't need to. He didn't need to get beat in 90 seconds. You could have gave him 4 minutes of something.
Of course.
And it's the same thing as this. This match could have went 15 minutes, Luga, and then interference, and then that's it. But Flair was like, oh, let me, and he made him.
Yeah, Piper too, man.
Yeah.
There are certain guys that even when they lost, they look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when Andre was up in age and he was jobbing to Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Duggan and all those other guys.
Yeah.
Like he's still Andre.
Yeah, and like I said,
Andre the Giant.
And with this, like the shenanigans at the end, didn't take away per se. Once again, we had so many shenanigans leading up into this. Like I said, if you followed the product at this point, there should have been a clean finish, or a finish, not maybe a count out.
But now that there's an audible because Sting is hurt,
yeah,
you have more room to play with. Now you have 5 more months of build up.
Yeah.
So this actually worked out well for everybody involved.
Exactly.
Because you had a Luger heel turn at that point. Michael Hayes was U.S. champion for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
which I completely forgot about. I read that. Whoa.
He turned on looks. They were a tag team.
Yeah.
And then you just rotate, and that's when Jimmy Garvin left.
Yeah.
You rotate, and then all of a sudden, it's July, and that was one of the greatest matches of my life.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't want to see Flair lose, but you knew Sting was going to win.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in July, obviously, when we do the 8th anniversary. But like this happened. All this happened for a reason.
Well, like I said, and it proved because Sting stuck around even though he was hurt. He was still coming around for interviews and appearances and whatnot. And this just proved how over he was. Like he was 100%, down south Hulk Hogan.
Of course.
And he had a few. I mean, I was going to say a few years at top. I mean, there probably a little bit more. You can make the argument from 89 to 97. You can make that argument. But 89 to 92, 93 Sting is fucking untouchable.
Of course.
And this was it. But like I said, going back to what you said, Luger held his own on this. Like and I think I want to say Meltzer gave this 4.5 stars, I believe as well. I think I
can tell you right now.
And
he gave it 4.5 stars.
And Meltzer is no fucking Luger fan in any sense of the word.
No, nobody is really.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he gets painted with the unfair brush on that one?
Yeah. I mean, some matches he does, and I'm not a Lex Luger guy, but you're right. Sometimes he held his own, and then sometimes he just looked like he was being carried by the guy he's fighting.
Yeah.
And he's not the only guy to do that had a $100 body and a $5 brain.
Yeah,
you know
that's all I kept saying. And when I was watching the match, $1 million body, $100 brain.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Either way you slice it, it's still stale bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to go almost 40 minutes and then take one for the team, for Sting, for the finish.
Yeah.
That was a good night for Lex
Well,
Luger.
like I said, because he was pretty much heelish at this point coming into the match, and then he sees Sting, and there's that human aspect that kind of turns him face a little bit, and he goes out there and tries to protect Sting and all this stuff, and like I said, once again, like it was so hokey. The pep talk, like kick him in the what, like just fucking say ass. You're on pay-per-view,
it's just,
what I like.
Sting was a goody.
Yeah, so like, and it's a little bit hokey, but then like you said, that slap, I agree. Like I bet you,
you see Luger's face, man.
Yeah,
he didn't expect that slap. I don't care what you tell me.
But Luger, in the same sense of knew how to be a babyface because he knew how to fire up.
Yeah, he knew how to.
He knew how to
sold. And,
yep.
He learned his lesson after getting his ass kicked in Florida.
Yeah,
but it didn't help the fact that he had a terrible attitude.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's why he wasn't champion multiple times.
Yeah.
You know, especially there. And then he went up north, and that's a whole podcast.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm exhausted anyway.
Yeah.
But seriously though, good card. This is going to be a fun year to follow. 1990.
1990, yeah.
This is going to be the Jim Hurt era now, and guys are coming in and out. It's going to be a fun couple of months. For
the only thing I don't
Throwbacks.
like is that the network doesn't have the main event or the Saturday night show.
We'll get them.
They don't have them on.
No, we'll work on that.
Yeah,
I want to see a couple.
Because I was trying to do the same thing. I wanted to see a
YouTube
follow up.
probably. There's a couple on YouTube. Yeah,
I didn't even think about looking on YouTube, but I was like looking at Saturday night. It went up to like 1992.
And there's a wrestling site. I'll give you on the way home. You can actually look up the day, the month, the year. I'll give you the website.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Click on the. That's how I find a lot of my throwbacks too.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, you click on it and it'll give you like the calendar. It'll give you birthdays. It'll give you.
Oh no shit. Yeah, definitely. I want to look that up. Yeah.
So
I try to do things by fucking memory.
That's where I fail, but
yeah.
I'm pretty good though.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah.
But there are times where I wish I didn't do that. But that was a fun fucking pay-per-view, man.
That was great. I like I said. I
Choppy
mean,
missed it.
if we're gonna give it a letter grade, I mean, this is A minus.
A minus, yeah.
A minus all day.
A minus or a close B plus.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. 100%. It was not a really terrible match on here.
No, I mean there was. I mean, when it's compared to other ones, then yeah, there's, but not nothing on standing alone. There's no terrible match.
Nah. Any other notes before anything else?
No, that's it. I think I should have worn my Sting band in honor of his injury. We stand by Sting. Obviously,
we're going to stand by Sting for the next couple of months.
We're going to stand by Sting.
I'm sorry.
It's my new favorite song, by the way.
Yeah, it's a new favorite.
Yeah.
Turnbuckle Throwbacks intro. Yeah, so that was pretty much it, man. Choppy, we miss you. We'll hopefully be back next week. Hopefully everything will be all right by next week. If not, we'll get the two-man damage plan. The train keeps going.
That's it. So we haven't figured out the throwback for next week yet. So
I think I have it. Yeah, we have to figure out something.
Yeah.
We'll announce it during the week or whatever. I think I have it written down. I think.
I'm about to say I have an idea. So I was just
Go on the way home. Do some show prep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Patreon.com/Turnbuckle Throwbacks. We can use some help. We can also use some help on ProWrestlingTees.com.
I think they're having a 20% off sale
now until March 1st, I believe.
I think it's Merch Madness.
Merch Madness.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm with the 20% off. We have four or five T-shirts on there. Go get them. Go get them. All the social media handles: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're there all over the place. And,
I'm becoming more active on the.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jay. Thank you. Thank you for being a responsible
I'm trying.
broadcast journalist. I love it.
I'm trying.
We're gonna mold you one day, buddy. Yeah, guys, that's it for us. Choppy, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
hopefully. And leave your feedback on the page. This will be up in a little while, and we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Oh, that's sexy.
I know.
Oh,
Anyway,
so we can get
my
loud.
God. Thank the Lord.
I saw Double A in the other chat room.
Let me show you how you suck it.
Wow, he knows how to suck it.
I got two feeds going on. I got my the regular. No, there's a real Mark in the room.
But yeah, dude. I mean, if Riddle
I think
has
that's good.
Here you go. until I got you guys texted me. I got about 3 inboxes on Facebook.
Ridiculous.
So as soon as you said you were done, I